Or something. I think I saw something like this once.
I don't think they did one. That's something that I wanted to go back, look at everything Sasuke's done part 1, and compare it to current Killua to make a video on it. But I want to
really bring it that determined.
I am. I mean, most people are saying Killua, but I mean, I want to go back and just verify everything I'm saying.
You just want to hand Matt a no, I know.
Most people are saying. Let's be real here. Most people are saying Killua because they're siding with you.
No, that has nothing to do with it, bro.
Yo, I didn't know Braga had this impact.
All right, you put out a poll
because
then,
most people's arguments are trash.
True.
Like that.
They're nothing. It's nothing of substance. They're just saying, "Oh my gosh, Godspeed."
No, man, but you understand the ability Godspeed is. Godspeed is like Hunter.
Have you even factored in God's plan? It like won a Grammy.
Yo, I'm tired, True. Get out of here. But nah, I think it's an interesting conversation. I think, and honestly, with part 1, I'm going off of what I remember, and for part 1, it's been a while since I read through it, so I want to go back and just like analyze everything for Sasuke. I don't
know. One basically just how you find your answers is like at the valley of the end. If Sasuke got split blitzed at any point, like that decides it.
Naruto hit him with a goddamn. Well, the thing is, after Sasuke got the 3rd Tomo,
he started.
It changed. It kind of changed it, right? Where he was.
Naruto went to the cloak and punched him though.
Yeah, he did, right? Because
he punched him in the face. He punched him in the face and went to the one-tailed cloak, straight in the face.
Bro, I don't. Okay, listen. I do not think that the Godspeed is going to render Sasuke useless, and y'all seem to be under that impression. I'm not under that impression. I don't think that it's going to render him like completely useless. Once again, Lando, I understand what Godspeed does.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Naruto characters, just on the overall scheme, are stronger than Hunter x Hunter characters at their base.
But even in the grander scheme of like Naruto, wasn't fucking like Sasuke pretty trash comparatively pre-time skip? Like, I don't know.
No,
okay, Matt, let me give an example, Matt.
No, Naruto was trash.
Matt.
Yeah, Naruto
wasn't trash.
Okay,
Matt.
Naruto wasn't trash.
Naruto,
like,
the person, was trash.
Bro,
Sasuke,
Sasuke outclassed Naruto literally in like everything.
Until they got. Remember that moment where they fought on top of that.
Where the closing line was.
Yeah, and then
their attacks were equal.
Well, Naruto's is stronger.
Yeah, bigger impact.
Yeah, but Sasuke, well, I guess at the front, from what they saw, it looked like Sasuke's was like a lot stronger. But when Sasuke saw the back of it, and Naruto blew out the entire back of the tank, that's when he was like, "Yo, what the hell is going on?"
Naruto blew out Sasuke's back.
But I think, but Sasuke was the strongest.
That ass.
Man, a good comparison to Godspeed would probably be what my guy did versus Madara, where he was bending space, which is kind of different dimension. Kill you without Godspeed, stopping a dart that doesn't materialize until it touches you. I mean, that's next level speed. You can't really take that away from the character.
Or a next level reaction.
Yeah, right? I mean, so he doesn't feel until it materializes, and he still stopped it.
Yeah. That's just insane.
Exactly. Didn't even
have you seen Chidori?
Well, Chidori, any lightning attacks doesn't. You know.
Plus, what makes Godspeed so impressive is that it's not just a standalone power. It is made up of 2 different foundations.
Yeah.
One wind, bit of lightning.
It's
it's ridiculous, man. It is.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it was a good single, but I don't. You really think it was that good?
somebody get Fruit out of here. Yo.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna keep trolling until we stop fucking talking about this dumb shit.
Yo, Lando, it's good to have you back, man. It's been a while.
Where have I been? What did dude keep like I ran away?
No,
yo, how long has it been?
He's only missed one. He said he's only missed one.
No,
I only missed one.
No, Lando. Because the thing is, it's like we did one. You only technically missed one, but we haven't done them because everybody didn't show up. That was the only one we did.
So it seemed longer than okay.
Yeah, no, it's been like at least 2 months, I think. With that before.
No, it's not been 2 months.
Yeah.
Yo, Pero.
I think last time we talked to you, the Carter Curry and Luffy fight was still going on.
Yeah.
So Pero Sparrow really doesn't give any fucks, man.
Pero Sparrow?
Pero Spalui.
What you mean?
Exactly.
Pero Sparrow doesn't give any fucks. Or this nigga's bluffing. So I just remembered,
that's a bad thing.
Do y'all remember when it? Well, maybe I should save this, but come, let's do this.
You know
man.
he's recording, bro. Like,
No, he's not recording. You better not put this shitty ass fucking Hunter x Hunter shit into this fucking video.
I don't know about you, Fu, but the community loves Hunter x Hunter.
Man, are you talking about the fact
who loves Hunter x Hunter? What you say?
The community.
Oh, community.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, the fact that the
No one shouted
motherfucker has Big Mom's
Vibra card. Yeah, and it was kind of forbidden that anyone, even the children, should have
No,
one.
well, I think you can rationalize that easily.
No, you can rationalize it, but it needs to be explained.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Bro, okay, look. Literally, this is what you call if Oda does not address this, or no, not even if
I don't
Oda
think it's
doesn't
that
address
important.
this. The fact that Oda has not addressed this, whenever Pero Sparrow was holding her Vivri card, that's a problem.
Why is it a problem?
This is the thing I hate about arguments like this because do we even like what was the context in what this was said when they said the Big Mom
was that no one that it's forbidden to have a piece of her Vivri card.
Who said that? Who said
that? Is literally verbatim what it says.
Let me explain.
They said that whenever Nami pulled out the Vivri card, or they found the Vivri card on Nami.
Who said it?
He was said by
I would like to see the panel because I feel like arguments like this I see a lot of the time to where it's like people like fucking lose their fucking shit where it's like, oh my god, I can't believe it, a huge plot hole, and it's like
it's not that serious. I don't think it is.
Well, not even that. It's not that
major
serious.
concern was that someone would have power.
I don't think it's a matter of it being serious.
No, it's not even that. I feel like that quote was probably taken way out of context and people ran with it. I don't know.
Well, I think that's the direct.
Has the exact
I think that's the direct quote. That it said, the kids are forbidden to have her Vivri card, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the kids are forbidden to have her. Wait, Lando was trying to get into his analytical bag. Lando, go. I heard you trying to get into it. Go ahead.
What? No, man.
Lead the conversation, Lando.
I was just saying that it was made in a context in terms of the fact that if anyone have a Vivri card, they'd have control over the homies. But it wasn't specified that if certain scenarios where you needed to find her, then it would be allowed. Like in this scenario, it's acceptable.
I don't. Yeah. I just don't see a problem with the eldest son having a Vivri card.
Yeah,
that's also true.
Like,
well, I mean, when something.
The point is that it's just like it's a logical coherency that you would have to question as to, because I think the reason people would care about it is that what it would be used for in the future.
Yeah.
Example.
Not like, so let's say the only way they would have found Big Mom later is because they have the Vivri card, but the only rules we know established about the Vivri card is that they weren't allowed to have it, and if Paris doesn't talk about it, then it seems like a plot point that Oda had to force to justify them being there.
Well, I think two things is that one, the rationalization I gave as far as him being the eldest son, like I think a lot of the top commanders would have a Vivri card. Sometimes maybe
Big Mom
against
doesn't
her
give
will.
a shit about them though.
No. Maybe against her will. Like she didn't even want Katakuri protecting her. We know he did that. Secondly, we don't know the rules that they have established when they're not on Whole Cake.
True.
Right? Well, you also have to ask. So I think the thing is, like, people would think that how the hell did Lola even make a Vivri card of Big Mom? Like, how is that even possible to do?
So that's another rationalization that we use with Pound. We think Pound somehow got a hold of Vivri card and gave it to Lola. Well, that's how I rationalize it. That's why.
Well, like the thing is, like the thing that would make sense to me is that they just like kept it from Nami or something when like they ripped that in half or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No. Nami like ripped the other part in half. No. I don't know why they kept it at that point in time. They thought it was like a cool thing to have. I don't know.
Okay.
Look, I'm not making a big deal about it. I'm just saying one thing was said in the series, and then we see something that goes completely against it. So it's like,
So you're arguing for consistency then? You're just arguing that it needs to be
yeah,
consistent.
it's just not consistent. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not making.
Well, man,
I'm not saying like,
it's
oh my gosh, this is like the like Oda's fucking up on his writing, but
yeah,
it's just like if you establish rules that pertain to a character, or you establish rules that are within the confines of the story, just be consistent with it.
Well,
look at it in this.
Does anyone know, like, in general, what chapter this was in?
So the
Like,
exact
around what
quote,
time
the
it was?
exact quote was made by, first of all, somebody somewhat insignificant, King Bomb.
Yeah.
Katakuri?
King Bomb. He said, "It is well known that Mama's Vivre card holds absolute power over the homies. In fact, even Mama's own children are forbidden to hold a piece of it."
Yeah, how are you gonna call King Bomb irrelevant like that when he survived Big Mom and beat her up?
Oh, come on.
Plus, to piggyback off Brago's definition a while ago, it was said in the context of control of the homies. As I said, in a situation we need to find her, then it might be different.
Yeah.
Plus,
Why would it be different? Because no, because the
you're
argument
not
would
trying to
still be
control
that
the
why
homies.
would you have it to begin with? Because that goes against the
look,
rule.
look, I understand completely that it could be just in regards to the homies. Okay, I understand that, and I'm not arguing that it's. Look, I'm not arguing that it's bad. I'm just arguing that it's not consistent. That's it.
I think this happens
I'm
in
not
stories
saying-
all the time.
No,
All the time.
Brago.
Yeah. Where they would
Well,
say
my-
one thing and then it's like, you're like, damn, this happened after the fact. Why wasn't this explained? So an example is the raid suit. It just happened.
No, the raid suit was explained.
After.
And
But before
no,
it was explained, I was like, yo, this is probably what it is. We're like, well, we gotta see it.
But we all knew that we were going to see that. I don't think that this is going to be addressed.
We all knew we were gonna see that?
Yes, we did.
I didn't think so.
Yes, we
Matt,
did.
that's the question.
I don't think there's any single person I knew
Right.
that didn't think we were gonna not see
Yeah,
the raid
Brago.
suit used at
Nobody,
some point.
not a
No,
single person
not
thought
see
that
the
we
raid
weren't
suit
gonna
used,
get-
Dritz. It was
No.
because because Sanji used the raid suit and people were mad that he had a smirk on his face when he used it.
Brago,
well,
no,
they're
I don't
right to
think.
be mad.
Brago, I don't think that people were mad that Sanji had a smirk on his face.
Why
when
were they
he used
mad?
it. I think because they were mad that at his first big fight, or at the first, like literally his first fight in Wano, he pulls out the raid suit. That was what everybody.
Nah,
that wasn't the outrage at all.
There
No,
was some
well,
people that
it's
were
it's a mix
mad
of
at that.
everything. I don't know if you can
A
point
good
to just one
majority of the
thing.
people were mad that he like used
Use
it
it
with
without-
the whole
yep.
him saying like I'm never gonna use this
Exactly.
again.
That was the main reason. And they wanted him. We even talked about this where people, Zora said it, even you said it. Like, we wanted some apprehension.
Well, I mean, they're right to think that. His
right.
character motivation wasn't explained.
I get that. But for me, I didn't need that explanation because of everything that happened in Whole Cake. And then
Well,
everything.
that's exactly why I needed it.
why.
Because the entirety of Whole Cake Island was to reaffirm that Sanji's perfect and just the way he is, and that right after Whole Cake Island, he says, screw this stuff. I'm never going to use this. And then
True.
sometime in between there, he changed his mind. So that means he came to like an emotional conclusion, like, okay, I need to do this, but we didn't get to see that, which is the only reason that's important is because that's a character moment.
But
It's
Whole
like a
Cake Island
motivation.
also,
Well,
in
that's
my
like-
eyes,
that's
Whole
like
Cake
a-
Island was also used to say, okay, at this point, whatever sacrifices I got to make for my crew, I'm going to make it. So for him using the raid suit at that point, it was like, all right, he's doing it for his crew. And then again, the context of him saying, "I'll never use a raid suit again," he said, "I'm not going to use it to get stronger." And then how
Yeah.
he used it at the when we saw in Wano, he used it for invisibility for the most part.
And it
As
made him
far as I'm
stronger.
concerned, the continuity is is great because he's referred to the race suit as being some from a comedic thing, and for him using in Wano,
Ting.
it kind of stays true to that core. That's what I would have
Yeah,
wanted
but
to be.
except one
Yeah.
of the things he commented on when using it wasn't just like it for comedic sake. It was the fact that it was strong and could do things.
I mean,
Yeah, it kind of contradicts the idea that they didn't want to get stronger. I agree.
do you think he's stronger?
That's
with
what
the
I'm
raid
saying,
suit?
though.
Well, yeah, that's
How
that he's
could he
stronger.
not
No?
be?
I don't think he's strong with the raid suit.
His attacks do more
come
damage.
the
He's
fuck on,
faster.
bro.
He's
No.
invisible.
No, I don't.
That's like saying if
No,
Luffy
no,
goes
no,
Gear
no,
4
I
from
gotta-
Gear
I
2nd,
gotta
is that a
fucking-
power up?
Brago.
No, wait. Gear 4th is
This
not
is
the same
just
thing as
dumb.
raid suit. Go ahead.
No, it's the same logic, though.
No. You wouldn't even need to use that. It was said in the fucking. Wasn't it said? Oh wait, no. Wait, hold on. Let me
Go ahead.
think. I would have to go back to the chapter because I might be getting things confused here. But regardless, how are you going to say that the raid suit does nothing in terms of strength?
No.
I mean,
no.
even-
It presents
Even in
different.
giving him invisibility is enough to say.
All it's doing it's adding attributes to Sanji's strength. It's adding an element to him to improve his fighting style.
I don't think he's
So-
going to be fighting in the raid suit in the final fight.
Bro, I guarantee you that wasn't the last time that we saw him.
No, we're
in
going to
the
see
raid
it
suit,
again,
bro.
but I think it's going to be used in moments. I don't think it's going to be used like Sanji's like, all right, I need to take down this big enemy. Let me pull out the raid suit. I don't think that's the
Bro,
case.
Okay, Brago, if he uses it in his first fight,
But the
and
reasons
Wano-
around why he used it, though.
nah, bro. Look,
He
that
didn't
was
use it
just
because he was being overwhelmed.
bro. But the fact of the matter is that he used it in his first fight.
Why did he use it? It doesn't
Oda
matter if
has
it's the first
never-
fight.
O-
We
Oda-
have to look at the
Oda's
reason why it was
never-
used, Matt.
Oda has never given a transformation, or better yet, there's never been a transformation like in anime where a character uses it and then they just say, "Oh, I'm never gonna use this ever again," unless it's some bullshit like in Super with Akira Toriyama when he forgets his fucking story.
Well, Sanji
Well,
never said he
can I
wouldn't use it
interject here?
again.
Want to talk about that?
But go ahead, Lando.
But what I gathered is that Brago is arguing that the raid suit is more resourceful and powerful.
That's it.
It doesn't
Yeah, but that's
boost
just like
Sanji. Hold on, no, Fruit. It doesn't really boost Sanji in terms of overall power, but it gives him different asset to be more resourceful. You could say.
Well, that's like
That's just
saying
like-
that
that's
your
like-
force
that's just like a
elasticity isn't a
semantical
power.
It's
Oh,
not
that's
semantical
just
because
dumb.
the thing is, people are comparing it to the other Vince Smokes when that specifically amplifies their attributes, right?
Yeah, but didn't
We
we just
don't
get
know that.
over talking about how it like improves his endurance?
Neji was a lot faster with it than without it.
We can't
it
tell.
improves-
No, because
it-
the
it
first time
makes
that
him
whenever
invisible.
Sanji and Neji were together, he still speed blitzed him. He still moved at the speed of like
No, he used
light.
he used Henry Needle, but the only reason why Sanji didn't
No,
defend
because
against
he
it,
used the ability stealth.
the only reason why Sanji didn't defend against was because Ichiji told him not to fight back.
Yeah, but we don't know if Sanji saw him.
I mean, it's
Like,
obvious.
that wasn't
no,
made definitive.
no. It's obvious Sanji would have beaten Ichi. It's obvious.
I don't know.
If he wasn't, why would Ichiji tell him not to fight back? If Neji can beat
Because in the
Sanji,
context of the situation, they were just torturing Sanji.
no, but I'm saying if you're stronger than him, right? If you know that Neji's stronger than him, you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch Neji beat his ass. He specifically went to Sanji, yo, don't fight back, or you know what's gonna happen.
Okay, so we're on record right here, Brago, saying that the raid suit does not improve Sanji's overall combat ability, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, yeah, he
Okay.
literally says right here, I felt a little pain, but this suit is definitely durable.
Uh-huh.
So it literally just says right there that it improved his durability. So why can you say it doesn't make him stronger?
Because it doesn't increase his overall fighting style.
Bro,
How does it
makes him-
what?
it makes
Did he
him
use Diablo
faster.
Jambe in the raid suit?
We haven't seen
We don't
it.
know.
That's what
We
I'm
didn't see
saying.
the- bro, we
That's what
didn't
I'm
see the
saying.
end
In
of
my
the-
opinion, I don't think
Brago,
it makes him stronger.
Well, then
Bro, we
by your
didn't
definition,
see
Brago,
the
Gear
fight.
4 isn't a power up
Explain.
because it didn't affect Luffy's overall fighting style. He still just went around punching people with his rubber powers.
That's completely
And the fact that it's like he's wearing a raid suit with Gear 4 because it increases
that's
his
completely
his
different because
elasticity,
because
and he has air in it.
he's using his devil fruit, Dritz.
Yeah, and Sanji's using the raid suit, bro.
No, he's not using his most powerful attacks.
I don't know.
We
This
had-
argument is so
we
fucking weird to
didn't-
me. I
we
don't
didn't
even.
see-
Brago,
we
let me ask
didn't
you this,
see
Brago.
I feel like
Yeah.
the
Brago's
fight.
trolling.
Don't you see the race as an addition to his power?
No,
Instead of
because no,
being his core power?
until he uses until the raid suit in some way he can use Diablo Jambe as far as like Mutansha, all that shit. Until he uses those fighting techniques,
Yeah.
no.
We saw like
Because-
one kick.
So-
though.
So you're
No,
saying
what
that if
I'm
the
saying-
race
what-
doesn't complement his
okay,
original
wait.
It
fighting,
doesn't.
that's not really
In
his
no
power.
way.
Let me ask
It
you a question.
doesn't.
Okay, I understand that.
You think that Sanji won't be able to use Diablo Jumbo with his raid suit?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh,
Why wouldn't he be
come
able
on,
to?
Brago.
Because I think for Sanji again, this is a way. It's a quirky thing where it's like if the situation presents itself, I'm gonna use it. It's not one of those things
Yeah.
where this is my final form that I'm gonna use against someone. That's how I look at the raid suit. I'm not looking at it as like this is Sanji's power up compared to Ashura. Like I
Well,
know
if
a
that
lot
was
of
the
people
case,
looking at
Brago,
it that
then
way.
this would be like the most awkward thing to give Sanji like in the history of the series
Why you say that?
because it's basically irrelevant then.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
irrelevant at
pretty
all.
much. Yeah.
We
Just
just
to make an argument for Brago, if Sanji's ability to go invisible kind of reaffirm his idea that Sanji is more useful in situations where he's finding information, gathered intel,
stealth.
and saving people.
There's no way
Yeah, so
Sanji's not going to
it's
use
more-
it. He already used that in the fight against Page 1.
Well, here's the
So
thing.
it's useful for fighting.
It is useful for fighting, but I get what Brago's trying to say. It's more resourceful than powerful.
Well, so I guess you're
but that's
like
just beating
I
around
know
the
you
bush.
kind of
That's
feel
just
different
dumb.
about the races. So whenever Sanji gets his fight, like whatever, if he gets a fight in Wano, if that happens,
Yeah.
you don't think he's going to use the raid suit.
No.
All right.
I don't think that's going to be like the last resort. Like, I need this raid suit.
Then
Because
what's
then,
the point of it?
because it's quirky. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's one of those things in situations he's going to use it. Like we saw versus page 1. Wait, I can barely hear
fair-
Matt.
okay,
Hold on,
the thing
hold
is,
on. Matt,
even if
Matt,
you're low.
even if I want to accept that argument,
Yeah.
which I don't necessarily accept, but I don't even think that it helps your argument at all, because that doesn't mean that he's not getting stronger. Sure, maybe that's not his final form, like end of series. That's not the end game form, but that doesn't mean that it's not making him stronger currently.
What do you mean? Is there any indication that Sanji wouldn't have taken him out regularly as opposed to the raid suit?
We don't know.
No, but that
So
still
how can you
doesn't matter.
definitively say it makes him stronger?
It doesn't matter anyways.
It does
because I just
matter.
told you. No, because I just told you that it said that it made him more durable. If it gives him the power to go invisible, if it has proven to say that it makes him more durable, and if we don't want to be super annoying about it, we can pretty much assume that it probably enhances other things.
Like what?
I mean, it probably does the same shit as what it does for the other
Why
people.
would we think that?
What do you mean? Why not?
Because those specifically amplify their attributes.
Yeah.
This doesn't amplify Sanji's fire.
Well, yeah, but first off, we don't know that for one. And two,
Okay, wait. Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so it
I'm
doesn't
gonna stop you
amplify
right there for a
Sanji.
second.
It doesn't amplify Sanji's fire because Sanji's fire is not Germa. It is not a Germa technique.
Exactly.
Right. The other Germa 66, they were all engineered specifically to do lightning, whatever the fuck their attributes are.
Right.
Sanji's is not that. Which is why all it does, like I said, it just adds to his attributes. It adds to his basic level of fighting strength. Makes him faster. Makes him more durable. Clearly. Because he's just sitting up here taking hits from page 1. Who's an ancient Zoan, by the way.
We can argue that it makes him faster, but
Well, like here's the thing though, like if you want to argue it like boosting the Germa stuff, it doesn't. Like because it makes Niji faster, but he was already fast. It's not increasing his electricity. We haven't seen that. Is Reiju more poisoned with the Raid Suan, or is she just better?
Well, as far as portrayal, they were a lot better when they had the suits than when they were.
It's because they were faster though.
They were
They
faster.
were able to do more damage. Like it's not obvious to me at least. Maybe I'm wrong that their genetic abilities get increased by putting on the raid suit, which we know, as we can see, has definitive.
Well, I think it's
abilities.
obvious, and based on what they said they were useless without their suits.
Yeah, because they aren't able to move fast. They can't tank as much. They can't.
They are
absorb
able to
bullets.
move fast. We saw Niji use Henry's needle without it.
Yeah, but like he's not nearly as strong.
But that's what I'm saying. It amplifies it.
Yeah,
And
but not his ability. It just makes his attributes, as Matt was saying, it makes their attributes better.
what attributes?
Their
Speed, strength,
physical-
endurance,
No.
the ability to fly.
No. If that was the case, why would they say that they're useless without it?
Because without them, they're not as fast, they're not as strong, they're not as
No,
durable.
but they said useless.
Reiju was getting taken down by one bullet to the
yeah,
to
but
the
it was
thigh.
also we're comparing it to like the strongest of the Big Mom pirates, right? We're not comparing it to like just
I don't know,
to
a bullet.
just weaklings.
yeah.
To fodder.
Yeah.
We're
So, Brago,
comparing
you
it
only
to
see the raid
officers.
suit as psychological development instead of like combat development. Is that
I
what
think
you're trying to say? Like,
no. I think overall, no. I think for it, the raid suit is going to be used in different moments, different spots. But as far as Sanji going to it as a last resort, I don't see it being that.
don't see that.
No.
So
Well,
he's
brother,
clearly,
he's clearly
what's the
not-
overall purpose then?
Look, he's clearly not going to use it as a last resort because he
Right.
used it at the beginning of a fight. I just think that the raid suit coupled with his already like his Diablo Jamble, I think it's going to amplify that shit like time or
No,
I don't think it's gonna
say if
amplify it.
Sanji uses the raid suit, right, and then he adds it to his current fighting style, right, then I'm like, all right, I was wrong. But if Sanji's going through the arc and then his final fight, he's using his fighting style, he finds a new technique in his current fighting style. It's like at the end of the day, he was always stronger than the raid suit.
I don't think that proves how.
What do you mean how?
How? That's like saying like, so we don't know how Luffy got the other forms of Gear 4, but he was fighting him. But Gear 4 is a power up in of itself. But while fighting in that power up, he had other forms. It's
Yeah,
still a
and
power up in
Bowman,
itself.
Bowman is
Sanji finds a technique to use while using the raid suit that doesn't make the raid suit not a power up.
no, but the Bowman is clearly the strongest form.
Right? Yeah. Well, physically strong.
Says who?
Also,
Physically the
even
strongest,
if we
yeah.
also want to agree that Sanji's not going to use his raid suit in like the later fights, that also doesn't mean that it isn't stronger, right? So it could just be a thing to where it's like he doesn't want to use it because it reminds him of his family or whatever. So he only uses it in like fucking
No. The reason
situations like this where he absolutely needs it because he needs invisibility.
the reason why, if say the raid suit is stronger, right, and Sanji can use it to defeat the enemy, if he doesn't use it, that goes against everything he said when he made that vow to throw his pride
True.
away. So, at the end of the day, if at the final fight he's not using the raid suit, it's because he's stronger in his regular form.
So, Braga, what he's saying essentially is that the feat that he achieved in his raid suit maybe could achieve in.
I think he
base form
definitely
to
could
begin
have done it with his base form.
Yeah, but how
I think
hard?
that's
How
the
much
disconnect.
harder would it be? How much harder would it be though if he did it versus using his raid suit? I don't think that if I really do not think that if Sanji wouldn't have put his raid suit on, he would have been able to beat Page One as fast as he did.
How fast did he beat?
Well, who said he beat
Did he
Page
even
One?
beat him?
I believe that. I'd be willing to bet that he beat him.
Well, like here's the thing. For me, it's not as obvious. So like a lot of people, whenever like you know how we see like the final move Sanji does on page 1 where he like comes flying down from the sky.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
think like that was the finisher. But if that was the
Really?
finisher, why wouldn't you just show it like the final move landing? But also the other thing is
agree.
though is that so Drake and Hawkins were both still in the area.
Mhm.
They didn't leave.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long. We don't know the context behind what happened. Obviously, Sanji's not injured, so he didn't lose.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's enough evidence to say that he won either. They
That's-
could have just shown up.
Well,
and
he
had
could have
that
just
peace out.
fucking kicked his ass and ran away or
That's
something.
well. The thing is, he could have done that in his regular form if that was the case. So I think he had to have won, right?
I don't know. Did he? Because he
I
put on. He
th-
put
I
on the
think
form
he
to
won.
quote unquote hide his identity, but Page One didn't know who he was anyway.
Dude, I think he won.
I
I
think
think
the-
I think it would. If we're sitting up here like saying, "Oh, I don't know if he won," that's just
No,
the-
I think he
you know,
won.
that's-
I think he won, man. I agree with you, but I don't know how you're saying that he did it. How would he have done it? I don't know if he would have done it faster or better. Well, I think you'd have done it just the same, or if not faster, in his regular form. But I don't know how fast he did in the raid suit. So that's why, for me, I'm apprehensive about saying, "Yo, the raid suit is just this huge power up," because I don't really see it as that.
the way that it was presented, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the way that it was presented. Like, we've seen this in anime time and time and time and time again. Like, if we're sitting up here saying, "Oh, I don't know if it made him stronger," like,
No.
I don't know, bro. That's like.
No, because the
That's
thing is,
like
the thing is,
saying
the thing
that-
is, Matt. The thing is, Matt. In anime, when we see it, when they use those forms, is because they had to use those forms.
No, it's not always because they had to. It might be because, hey, when Vegeta used Super Saiyan for the first time, he didn't have to use Super Saiyan.
What was Super
He
Saiyan for the
just
first time?
He just did so.
Who was he fighting for the first time using Super Saiyan?
Android 19. And he just came out of nowhere and he just beat the shit out of him. Like, yo, I'm back, bitches. I whooped your ass. That's literally all it was.
I don't remember that fight, so I can't.
Bruh, you don't remember that fight? You don't remember Android 19 and you don't remember Vegeta fucking snapping his arms off?
I don't.
And him and remember there came the infamous quote is that, "Oh, so you do experience fear." Because that was when that was when Dr. Gero was saying that the androids don't experience fear. He made them so that they can't experience fear. Vegeta came, he popped up out of nowhere. Goku was sick. He got the little virus or whatever, and he couldn't fight. It looked like everything was all over. Vegeta pops up out of nowhere, and then he just goes Super Saiyan to whoop ass.
Wait, these
and
niggas go
that's
Super
it.
Saiyan all the time, though, just regularly.
Bro,
They do.
Brago.
Do they not?
Brago, it was the first time.
Do they not go Super Saiyan just to go
It
Super
was
Saiyan?
it was the first time.
I think
It was the first time.
I don't know. I hate fucking arguing about stupid shit like this for forever. So I'm just gonna leave it at this. I I don't think that you can. I feel like making the argument that it doesn't improve his strength in any way, shape, or form is just fucking insane.
I think it improves his fighting powers because it presents different things, but I don't think that's like Sanji in the raid suit versus Sanji without a raid suit is definitely stronger. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think you can definitively say that, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll just
No,
leave it at
but-
that.
Okay. The only reason why we can't say that is because of this is because of that argument. Well, we haven't seen it yet, so we can't speculate because it's headcanon.
No,
We
not
all
necessarily.
know. No, bro.
No, I
come
think
on,
the
man.
context of
He-
how it's used as well.
quote unquote,
yeah.
bruh.
Bruh.
No, but no. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm saying I'm looking from. This is how I see it from my perspective. I could be wrong.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
I could be wrong.
You are wrong.
You're definitely
I mean,
wrong.
like you guys said, I was wrong about Sanji using the raid suit, but
Yeah, but this is a completely different thing. Like, I
Alright.
feel like I'm fucking arguing with like fucking. I'm not gonna say the name, but I feel like I'm arguing with someone where fucking like I don't know. I feel like it's like literally says it in there, and you're just like denying it. I don't know.
it doesn't. It
Wanna
literally
do some
doesn't.
names.
It literally doesn't say that.
It says this suit is.
It literally doesn't say
definitely
I'm stronger in this suit.
I
What?
think you guys are
Yeah,
missing
but
an
your
important
okay, but
part
your
of the
entire argument is like not to use the word, but since it's the only word I can think of, like your argument is like purely like headcanon. Like it says he's more durable. We know he has invisibility, and like you're pretty much just assuming like he can't use Diable Jambe or something like that just to like make your argument
I'm saying.
sound right. Like I don't know.
I'm saying, how does it amplify his current fighting style? It's
It
like
makes him more
it's like
faster. It makes him more durable.
again, we can argue as far as him being faster because we saw what he did versus Oven.
You're gonna be slower if you have accelerators on your feet.
No, I feel like accelerators are good over longer distances. I think over longer distances, like Sanji was traveling, I think it is. But I think as far as
Longer distance.
yeah, I think as
Bro,
far
it
as short
just makes
distances,
him faster, bro. It's a jetpack on your foot, man. Like
okay.
what?
So because you have a jetpack on your foot, how does that make you faster?
Bro, if you're already fast and you put a jetpack on your foot and you like, if you're skywalking,
Oh, he was skywalking? No, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure.
He
I'm
wasn't
pretty
skywalking.
sure he was. Okay, he just jumped up into the sky.
He's not using his
he just-
muscles, Matt.
He just jumped all
He's
the way
using a
up into the
jetpack.
sky. Bro, Brago.
Oh.
All right, man. I'm
He's-
I'm just gonna let the story prove you wrong, bro. Because like arguing at this point
Oh,
is just
facts,
going
whatever.
nowhere.
Let me just summarize what's going on here because I think you guys are arguing two different things. I don't think Brago thinks.
I
the
already
raid
know what you're gonna
suit
say,
is-
and I disagree.
I don't think Brago think the raid suit is weak, and I don't think you guys
We're-
in raid suit is weak either. I think the difference is you guys see as additional to his powers when Brago doesn't. Brago see it more as something that's
It's a standalone.
perform. Exactly, Brago sees it as something that's situational where the feat size achieved isn't something that Sanji couldn't do by
But-
himself.
Dude, Brago just said that Sanji outside the suit and inside the suit, there's like no difference that Sanji outside the suit couldn't beat Sanji inside the suit.
But that's the thing, though, Dritz. He doesn't see it as additional to his power. You just see
It's
it
like
as
it's
something
the
that's
same
standalone.
character fighting each other, except one has a stat boost.
No,
Exactly.
no, no,
But
no,
here's the
no.
thing, Braga would have to explain that part, but I understand where it's coming from in a certain sense that it doesn't amplify his already established skill set. It just gives him different attributes. We're not sure those attributes are stronger than the one that he already has. That's what I get it from Braga saying.
Fair enough.
I think it's kind of pointless to argue because in the future we'll see if you guys are wrong or he's right.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it's interested. It's definitely.
Yeah, we'll see. No, because I
interesting,
was
but-
what's his name? Frankie was streaming yesterday, and in his comment section, I saw people saying, "Yo, this puts Sanji over Zoro," and
No, well, not at all.
No,
The-
it doesn't.
so
if
the-
anything, it
Not
makes
at
him
all.
even with Zoro. Like
I
That's-
don't think they're even right.
that's
if-
my
if
thing. Where I
anything-
didn't. I'm like,
Lando's going salivating. at the-
I was just like, how do you
No.
guys see this? As far as like, where was this huge power boost coming from? But you know,
it's portrayal, and I agree with them to a certain extent. If anything, it just bridges the gap between Zoro and Sanji. So Zoro, like Zoro, got this crazy bounty increase, and Sanji, Sanji had 2 bounty increases over the time skip that bridged the gap and that got him on equal footing. And then after the arc where he gets on equal footing,
Well, he's
then
higher,
he
but
also gets his bounty's higher, but it's higher by 10 million.
Still
Is
higher.
it like it's not, bruh? Come on, man. It's the same shit. It's 320, 330. It's not really a big difference.
still higher.
Whatever. So
I view the Sanji Zoro thing a bit different because even though I don't think Sanji is stronger than Zoro, nor even
Lando.
equal to
Lando.
Sanji's not stronger than Zoro, but
Hold
that's
on,
what I'm
man.
saying.
Even though I don't think the raid suit make him equal to Zoro either, I do appreciate the fact that the raid suit kind of give them more sense of importance. Because as I said, it amplifies Sanji's ability to be more resourceful. No, Sanji is definitely the person who's gathered more intel, who can achieve certain things that Zoro may be incapable of doing. So I think the importance it does give Sanji a nudge, but I don't think
So-
his overall strength.
Yeah.
No,
So when the raid
I do agree.
suit happened, like I liked it because, well, I assessed the community, how the community viewed it, and the community looked at it as, okay, this is Sanji's power up. This is how he's going to actually be useful. That's how people were looking at it. And for me, it was just like,
More useful.
Yes.
I'm telling you what people were saying. You know how people are. But for me, it was just like, seems gimmicky, but okay. I'll wait and see how far Oda goes with this, with the raid suit. Personally,
That's
I think
fair to say.
a perfect apparatus we could use in this case study is the fact that does Zoro's technique where you say one gorilla, two gorilla makes him overall stronger, just make him strength stronger in that moment. I think it's the same thing Braga was trying to argue. Like, it doesn't amplify Sanji's overall ability, it just gives him a certain skill set that makes him maybe be with the angle certain scenarios better.
I think the thing is, you're talking about like a sword technique, Lando.
Yeah, if he knows Zoro to
Well, the thing is,
Wait,
with Zoro's,
one gorilla, two gorilla, where he like both his arms up.
okay.
make his strength stronger.
No,
the thing
that's
is-
not.
The thing is with Zoro, like him getting amplifying a sword technique. It's like
No,
that's,
it's not a sword technique. Like, it's his overall physical strength.
yeah, but that's like literally making his technique stronger.
But he only does it for one attack.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
He doesn't.
Braga
He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it for consecutive attacks. It's one attack.
Well, we know we can do it. I mean, we don't know if we can hold it.
I mean,
long.
that was
He's
also
never-
we've only
he's
seen
never
that once
done
in
it
the
before.
series. Yeah,
He's never
yeah,
done it
we only seen that
before.
one.
that's
exactly.
a bad example.
He's never
Well,
done it before,
Here's
We gotta wait and see.
the thing.
and
though.
it's not
We
a
gotta wait
transformation.
Well,
Dude, it's not
Oh.
a transformation. Come
it's
on.
not a transformation. I would argue that it's a transformation. But it's like,
Ashura would be the most the most comparative thing to the raid suit that Zoro has is Ashura.
I wouldn't compare Russia to the Red Suit,
No.
honestly.
No.
Why not?
Why, they're both transformations.
I think Ashura. What?
They're both transformations.
Well,
Ashura is a transformation. The raid suit is a transformation. Diablo Jambu
Is
it's not
Ashura
a
a transformation though? I mean, like he's only
Yeah.
used it for one attack.
Yeah,
Right?
That's
I don't-
the reason I didn't want to argue against Ashura.
I don't know if it's a transformation. It's like
We've barely seen it, and every time he's used it, it's been for one attack.
one
So it's kind of like the
technique.
gorilla thing, right?
Exactly, George. That's the reason why I didn't want to argue.
it's like a
against-
finisher.
because you can't really prove that it's a technique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Uh,
finisher.
So okay, the thing that I'll say about that is that with the gorilla thing, right?
Yeah.
Or no, with the gorilla thing, they didn't like the other characters didn't make a comment like about Zoro's appearance changing. With Ashura, it was made apparent that his appearance is changing. There's something different about him whenever he uses Ashura. So
Well, to be
you
fair,
have
when
you
he
you
uses-
have you have Kaku. Kaku made a reference to that, and then Chopper also did. Chopper and Usopp, I believe, whenever Zoro used Ashura against the Pacifista.
Yes.
But couldn't you
Tell
also
me more,
argue it's the same thing as using a technique when one of the Straw Hats uses a technique and the other Straw Hats go, "Whoa, they did that kind of thing"?
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like transformations. It's like a one attack transformation. It's not that much different than a technique, and especially because Zoro uses a sword.
Precisely.
Wait, so we arguing that Ashura doesn't make him stronger?
No, not
Yes,
not
it does.
stronger, but it's the difference between it being an ability and it being like a transformation. Oh,
Okay.
okay, fucking stupid.
I don't know. I really don't know what Ashura is. It could. I
Facts.
think it's just I don't know. I really don't.
No, it's kind of weird. Like, I love Zoro, but honestly, people would jizz themselves way too much over Ashura, I think.
I think because
I mean, they could validate the reason why you probably got yourself over
People
Ashura.
jizz
Because the
themselves
potential
over-
is
people love
is
Ashura.
great.
Well, the thing is, has Ashura. Well, the thing I was gonna say, Ashura does it complete everything it set out to do every time he uses it?
It defeated
Well, I would
Kaku.
say, yeah,
It
it
defeated
We've only seen him use it like what, twice?
Use it twice, right?
Twice.
Yeah.
Once on Kaku, once on the Pacifista.
Once on the
Yeah.
Pacifista. That's
Yeah.
it. And every time he's used it, it's done what it was supposed to do.
Yeah. So I think going off of that, that's why people say, all right, Ashura is the shit. Because when he pulls it out, you know it's over.
Well, yeah, I mean that's another thing. So we saw it against Kaku, and then we saw it against the Pacifista, but he's never been pushed to the absolute limit ever since then, which is kind of fucking hilarious when you think about it. But
Yeah.
Or
he
he just hasn't he hasn't had to use that. I mean, he could have used it against Pika.
He didn't have the chance to use it against the Eddie Cool brothers.
wait, why would he use it against Pika?
I said he could have used it against Pika.
It wasn't necessary.
Well, I'm saying I don't know when he would have used it.
I mean, well, you
Cool
can
brothers.
argue that the tricholism or whatever is his strongest attack. That's the first, like whenever he
When he was flying
used
through the
that
air.
attack-
3,000 worlds? Is that what you-
yeah, the 3,000 worlds. He used that attack. That was the attack that he used against Mihawk.
That's an ample, yeah,
And
bigger.
so it was like
Well, yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's just not the situation you would ever use Ashura. Like he's
And
flying
I-
through the air. Like I don't know.
I
I
don't
see
know.
what you're trying to
Like,
say.
that wasn't
but
the end of the fight, though. I mean, like, Pika got out of the
yeah.
thing and they fought.
Then he used an attack after that.
Yeah,
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 I
and
mean,
it was
don't
the
know what
same.
happened
It was the
after
same
fight.
attack. It
He
was
used the same attack as
Yeah,
well.
it was the
Yeah.
same attack.
Was it? Okay.
Same 3,000 worlds. I don't even know where we're on this because really I'm not even well versed in arguing about these things. I just try to move on to the
All right, let's
chapter.
get into the chapter.
No, I think it was
That's not what I want to talk
I
about.
think it was a good discussion. I think it was a good
Nah,
discussion. Nah, I know
Nah,
the
that
chat.
I think it was
cancerous.
kind of cancer to be honest.
No,
But
the chat is gonna go crazy.
yeah, we're all over the place.
No, I don't think it was cancerous personally. I mean, because I just didn't agree with you guys. But to the
That's
chapter,
what cancer is, isn't it?
not necessarily.
Nerd,
I'm
nerd
trolling,
comment Reddit, bro. We get a lot of negative comments.
You said what?
I'm gonna disagree a lot with you on the take on Sanji. A lot.
Oh yeah, people disagree with me all the time with Sanji stuff. I don't mind it.
See your
all right.
perspective though.
With the Perospero thing, we talked about that earlier as far as the Vivier card.
Yeah.
And with that, we said that it could be a problem with consistency because they said, King Bomb said that the kids are forbidden to have it, and then in this chapter, Perospero has a Vivier card.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really care. Actually, there's only one thing I actually care about this entire thing, this situation, is we were talking about this in the Thera Summit thing, Braga, where it's,
Yeah.
what does Perospero say? He says, with King protecting from the skies, there's no way to get closer.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, so I think again, I don't know with their abilities, it was just weird to me because we saw Daifuku, he was attacking ships from the air.
Yeah.
From, like, hundreds of yards away.
You see what I'm saying? So I would think they would say, okay, Daifuku, we got Candy Wall, we got your genie, Mondor, you got your fucking books.
I mean,
No, it's
looking
just
at
superfluous
paper,
to say that the entirety of the big, every single one that's on that ship, with a commander, a second commander on it,
yes.
plus high tier veterans who people argue could be commanders,
They
and
ca-
just everyone working together, they couldn't stop a pterodactyl.
But Driss,
Like,
I think this
all
goes
of
back to some of what we talked about as far
wait,
as
no,
as far
that
as,
was. Oh my god, that was not the implication.
Yeah,
that
it
was not the implication
Yeah, it
at
is.
all. The
What was the
implication
implication?
was that if they tried to get back up on top of Wano, the same thing would happen again, to where the fucking
that's
bird
the
would
point, Froob.
Yeah,
Is-
that's what we're talking
Why
about.
not stop him?
why
yeah, but
can't
you
you
guys are
stop
acting.
him?
I don't know.
Well, like, here's the thing, Frib, is like, so whenever
They
that originally
couldn't
happened,
Yeah,
stop
but you guys
because
are like
they're
making
trash.
it out to be like it's like a strength thing.
It
I
is
don't-
though.
No, it kind of is though, because
No,
it's your competence.
Driss,
Like,
go
they
ahead.
weren't ready for it the first time.
The first time,
That's what
fair.
everyone was
That's
defending
fair.
it.
The
Everyone
first
was like,
time
okay,
is-
they weren't ready for it.
first
But
time.
this chapter is making it seem like they can't do anything. Even if
can't
they
do
knew it was
anything
coming,
about it.
they can't do anything.
That's
I think in
insane
this-
to me.
I mean, I
think
don't
in-
know.
I, think in
I
this-
feel like people. I've had this argument like 100 times, and I don't want to get into it again. But like, I don't really know what the fuck they could have done.
No, the first
Personally,
time I get it. You can't do anything. But the second time, you know it's coming. At that point, he's coming. Don't you amplify it with Candy Wall? You have Daifuku go up and try to at least stop him, and then Smoothie
Okay.
once they get up there, Smoothie should be able to combat King,
And if
right?
the ship gets knocked down, you can just create like a
But-
candy thing from the waterfall to just stop the ship.
Yeah.
Now see, listen. They like why do y'all feel like nothing could have been done? Why weren't they already on standby if they knew that they were coming into an enemy territory?
No,
like
I hear you, Matt, but it's like the first
time.
The first time is just one of those things where the ship is upright. They come and it caught them in a vulnerable position. Like that happens all the time. Right, so it's
dude,
like you gotta
not to commanders, dude. On
what do you mean?
That's like saying
Marco got caught with the handcuffs.
No, okay, Brago, that is completely different, bruh.
Why?
That's completely different because Marco's sole attention was getting to Whitebeard. That was all his attention was on.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have the calmness to him to be able to sense Onigumo for him to stop the handcuffs from getting on him. And then he's in the middle of fighting an admiral. And this is Marineford. You're in the heat of a battle,
mm-hmm.
Dude.
You should be on guard.
No. I just gave you why it makes sense. He wasn't able to use observation hockey. We saw Katakuri whenever he got flustered. That's why he started getting hit by Luffy. Is it not?
Yes.
Okay, so he was solely focused on Whitebeard. Whitebeard had just kneeled, and he had just he was just coughing up blood or some shit like that. So yes, Marco, his sole focus is only on Whitebeard, and he's screaming in a rage, and he's running after him.
Mm-hmm. And like their sole focus was getting up the waterfall.
Yes, but they already knew that they were going into enemy territory. It makes no sense.
Marco was in enemy territory.
Dude, no.
I don't know. I feel like we make a lot of like weird assumptions when we talk about this stuff. Like we just assume that fucking Daifuku could just like pull out his genie and just like somehow fend off King, even though King is like the strongest Katakuri.
It's the fact. It's a portrayal thing where it's like the entirety of the Big Mom Pirates can't stop a Zoan in their weakest form from just knocking their own ship.
From knocking their ship over. Like that's all I'm
ridiculous.
saying. No one was able to do anything, and then you have somebody even say, "Hey, there's a pterodon in the sky." What the fuck?
Well, they said that's King.
What is the thing, though, man? I think we're talking about theoretical.
Yo, man, I think you're on our side. I feel like at first I thought you were like.
Well, I think Matt is saying the first time is unacceptable as well.
Yes, I'm saying the first time and even the second time. Like
I think the second time is definitely worse.
The second time is definitely worse, but the first time shouldn't have happened at all because look, I understand that the ship is very big and it's coming up the waterfall. King just hits the ship.
You're not sure how fast King is moving as well.
Right as it comes up. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that if you know that you are going into an enemy's territory and you already know the enemy's powers, they have good scouting abilities because they're able to fly. Why aren't you already on guard with your abilities as well?
Yep.
They're arguing for competition, right?
And that's it. It seems too convenient. And that's my problem with Oda in general, is that there's too much convenience that goes with his story.
I think it's fair, but I think it's one of those things that, you know, I can understand it. With
and the fact that you have all of these commander level characters in one place at one time, and a Yonko at the same place. There's nothing that you can really say other than using the argument of, oh, caught him off guard. Bullshit.
I mean, I'm not even using the argument that they caught him off guard. I don't even think they could have done anything at all.
Would the same thing happen to any other Yonko? Like now,
dude,
this is
if
where
Katakuri was there, I guarantee you that's not happening.
Okay, I agree because there's like an obvious. There's like an obvious thing there, right, that you can point to, right? He would see into the future.
No, I don't even think that's it. If there was
Mochi.
any first commander there that mattered, it wouldn't have happened.
I think also with Shanks' crew, they have snipers. So it's like.
But it's also another thing to where I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, this comes in the whole betrayal thing to where Shanks' crew would never be in that situation in the first place. You can't really like compare it like that.
I understand it, but the first time I'm like, all right, it's whatever. Honestly, it's like I'm past it. The second time I'm just kind of like, There's nothing y'all could do at all.
Well, the thing that makes it bad for me is the fact that this seems like a really poor writing excuse just so the Big Mom Pirates don't do anything.
And that's a
Just so the Big Mom and Kaido just don't start fighting right away. It's
just
like,
so
we
they can
couldn't do
be
anything about it, so we're just going to
separated.
be here.
Yeah. Because they don't want to be.
You know?
Yeah, so they're just gonna chill at the bottom of the fucking waterfall until the Marines come up, or until some other third party comes up, or some shit like
They're
that.
gonna try to find another way.
It's like a suspension of disbelief. You can't force me to like think this actually makes sense.
Lando, what do you think about
guys, yeah, you guys have been. I've
What's
missed
up, Lando?
one, and you
Talk about
guys
Zoro
take
for
away
me.
all of my respect. I do agree that it's a bit lame to see so many commanders here who can't do anything. But the thing about it is this.
And also,
Here-
hold on.
Damn.
Wow, sorry. Go. Sorry. I just read something that fucking
Proves like the hierarchy now, boy.
Just go. Quick! I gotta say something.
Yeah. I missed one, and all of a sudden,
Yep,
I'm
you're at the
out
bottom of the
group.
totem pole.
There's the difference between theoretical approach and practical approach. In theory, of course, it makes sense that Smoothie, Daifuku, Perspur should be able to beat King. But practical approach is different. Plus, you have to understand something. The main asset here is the ship. Even if they manage to defeat King, if King damages the ship, they're kind of stuck. So even though I agree that it's a bunch of bullshit that they can't beat one dude and it's Oda's way of keeping the story stagnant for the time being so we could further characterize Big Mom and Kaido, if you look at it from the perspective of necessity, right now the ship is the most important thing. And I do agree that going after King might be a problem if they don't plan well.
All right, this was the exact quote. With King patrolling the skies, there's no way we can take that route again. So, like, you
Exactly,
guys
that's
were,
a
like,
good
making
point.
it out to be to where, like, they were just, like, fucking, like, oh, well, guess we just got to sit here and we can't do anything now. No, they're
That's
still,
not what the
like,
Viz
trying to
says,
figure
dude.
out. They're still trying to figure out things to do. They just can't go back up
That's
that
not
way.
what the Viz says.
Oh, what does the Viz say?
The Viz says with King protecting from the skies, there's no way to get any closer.
Wait, so was you in the Viz a while ago, Froop?
So it's not about
Viz.
roots.
Damn,
and
fake
then
news.
and
Okay,
then
so that definitely does make it
I want to say nothing because I'm reading the Viz, but I.
Yeah, I was kind of confused. I was like, what?
Yeah, Fruit, it
Lando-
would make much more sense if that was the case.
Yeah, it would make.
Lando, just to touch on what you said, I was not
Yeah.
arguing that they would defeat King at
Yeah.
all. I don't think that they would even be able to. Well,
I think there should be.
In
I think
theory,
they
in
definitely
theory,
should
they
be
should.
able
I
to.
think there
In
should
theory,
be
they
King
should.
in theory. Yeah.
In theory, they should be able to beat King because of Big Mom being there,
Not even Big Mom.
and
No,
maybe the other commanders.
Yeah.
But the way that the way that the first commanders have been like put on a pedestal, every single one of them is that they're just way stronger than the other commanders. But anyways, I wasn't arguing, or I don't even think that they should have I wasn't arguing for King to be defeated. I was simply saying that they should have at least been able to stop that fucking thrust that he did. That's it.
Sometimes
Point
you
in the
can't stop the
story,
thrust,
Matt,
man.
the consistency is of competence is the point where you have to expect certain things have to happen.
Also,
to make
Fruit,
the
if
story
it
go
matters
forward.
for you, after that sentence, Flampe says, "Can't we do anything but wait?"
Yeah, she kind of
Yeah, she's like, come on, bro.
reaffirms the idea
Which gives the
there's nothing we
implication
can
that
do.
they're just going to sit there, essentially. And then they talk about Big
And
Mom
Smoothie's
returning or
just
not,
sitting down. Smoothie sat down. So you
But
know
I mean,
she's
look at the setting as well. Perspur made a
How
candy
the fuck do I actually
store.
fucking get to this
Moody
fucking
sitting down.
thing?
You need a link?
Jai
Yeah,
minutes
just
back.
think it.
Oh, he's going
It's
to talk
going
about
to
the
be in the
Viz.
chat.
He's talking
Not
about
the DMs, but
Or you should just pay $2.99 for fucking.
But you don't even
for the
have
Shonen
to.
Jump
free,
app.
dude.
You don't even have to.
Free.
It's
Oh
free.
yeah, you don't even have to.
I'm just on the fucking Viz website and I can't even figure out how to get to it. Like, what the fuck is this shit? This shit
I
is
just
trash.
clicking Shonen Jump.
I like reading these other series.
Click on Shonen Jump through, but you should be see One Piece.
Yeah. Wait, we gotta try to get through this. It's been a minute already. So with after that,
Before you move on,
go ahead.
right, before you move on, I haven't been in these
Random.
things a while, so I haven't heard you guys' opinion. But one thing that always bothered me before even all this is the way Big Mom choose the recruits in which you want to bring. I mean, why is Flampe there?
I think
She just-
I think all of the commanders are there.
I don't think so anymore. This
I don't think
I-
they're all there.
think
I
otherwise.
don't know. I don't know.
I think this is
Dritz.
the entire. I think this is the entire patrol. I think this is exactly what Big Mom.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
So, like, here's the thing, though. So, in this situation, even if Katakuri was still hurt, like from his fight with Luffy, and he's recovering and he's in the ship, in this situation, they would definitely look to him for guidance on
Yes.
what to do.
Exactly.
And the fact that he isn't here or he wasn't there to like do anything, Pudding wasn't there. Jinbei, Germa, whatever happens, and these are the only important Big Mom pirates, mind you, plus Struzen since he has a plot line.
Where's Compote?
And
Well, I'm the clear different.
Shut the fuck up.
At a different
The fact that
perspective,
he's not
Dritz.
there though suggests that he might not be in Wano with his crew.
I'm waiting for Compote.
At a different perspective, Dritz, it might be possible that he's on a different ship.
But why?
So I think it
Maybe
may be a
following
situation
behind-
where Big Mom
maybe
told them not
strategy.
to come, right? Told them to stay, and
and he just comes anyway.
they just come anyway.
How does he know how to get here without like with the rest of the crew when they have their information? Like, does he just have that as well?
Katakuri?
Viva card. I mean, if Katakuri smuggled Viva
I don't know. It would just be like weird because like
If
what about
Katakuri
the
brings
other-
his
what
own
about the other
faction-
people like Pudding, Jinbei, or like whatever.
I think
they
I
come in,
think
like, separate
I
parties,
think
not
for the
weird?
Big Mom Pirates, it would be a great thing if they had another ship or infiltrating from somewhere else. But how it seems right now, it seems like this is it. Right?
Yeah. So
but again,
if this is the case, if you assume this to be the case, if Katakuri and like all the people that matter aren't here, then I don't know what the hell Big Mom's purpose in this arc is.
the Big
Because
Mom-
if she was meant to go down, they would all be here.
also, like to Lando's point, I'm not
Yo,
sure.
Dritz, can you link that shit in the Twitter?
It's on Google Hangouts.
It's on the Hangouts, bro.
My
I'm
bad.
not sure how they picked the crew to come, right?
Yes,
you
it's
know, with
an
the Straw
ambiguous
Hats, they
argument.
chose the people to go, whatever. With this crew, I don't know why Flampe would be there, or even
Yes.
the dude with the crown. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they chose these cast of characters. Because Armand is there, Mondor. I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm thinking, are
compare
these
and
the people that
contrast
were?
how Luffy chose his crew to bring the whole cake,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Luffy kind of specialize in certain areas,
Yeah.
doctor, navigator, and all that stuff. It seems just Big Mom just grabbed some kids, say let's go.
And Flampe just was like, "Yo, I want to go." And they're like,
Yeah,
"All
it
right,
just
come on."
seems. I mean, in terms of selection, it's really weird.
Or just the characters that weren't hurt,
Well, the only way
right?
the only way I can logically explain it is that maybe Oda is bringing family members that didn't have time to really characterize in whole cake.
For
So
sure.
maybe he's giving them some focus here.
I mean, for
That's
sure.
the only way I
I'm
could-
thinking think about the characters that were hurt in Whole Cake Island on Big Mom's crew. Oven, he was in a lot of battles. Obviously
Cracker.
Katakuri,
And we can factor in Raisin as well. Raisin,
yeah,
I think he was killed by
UN.
Sanji.
Um,
UN, yeah.
Madara.
yeah. So I mean, these characters weren't really. They didn't really have. I mean, Paris lost an arm though.
Yeah, but if you factor in the fact that these kind of scenario, like he's
Yeah, he's the oldest. And I'm
Yeah, he's gonna be
surprised that what's his name wasn't there? Tamago.
yeah, I mean, selection is really weird.
Yeah.
It really chose me off guard the first time I saw it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But then Paris gets into his bag as far as talking
Yeah,
about the hierarchy.
Saw your reaction, bro. You were
Yeah,
dying.
Come on. Really? How can you say that with a straight face after the King thing? Okay, like after you say, "Oh, we can't do anything about King," but if anything happens to Big Mom, is the Paris Pirates? Like,
It's like he's lost in translation, right? It's like you're translating the idea that this dude is so unprecedented, but at the same time, you're demoting the same guy. Your crew should be able to deal with him by saying he's lesser than you by seniority.
well, I think for Paris Sparrow, honestly, if anything were happened to Big Mom, his life would probably be easier. I think just off of just everything that's happened with his interactions with the Big Mom, where it's always like, if you're lying, Paris Sparrow, if this isn't true, Paris Sparrow, you're gonna die. Whereas
Let me
like-
present an idea to you guys here. I think we will agree that Katakuri might never be as strong as Big Mom, right?
Obviously.
I don't know.
Oh, well, you could argue that if Katakuri some way gain more responsibility,
Dude,
knowing
he's not
One
important.
Piece.
Well,
As I was
yeah,
saying that,
yeah.
knowing One Piece, status cannot translate to a power boost. I mean, it
Exactly.
doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah.
it could happen.
If you get
But
a
what
new
I was saying
title, you get
originally-
power.
Yeah, what I was saying originally is that even though Katakuri might never be stronger than Big Mom, as strong as her,
Right.
in terms of keeping the family unit together and implementing a system of trust, I think Katakuri could probably be a better captain than Big Mom.
Well,
I don't know
think
if you could say
that's-
that.
I
At
don't
this point,
think that
probably.
that's strength, though.
At
I
this
mean,
point,
Big
probably.
Mom is a huge
That's
asset, but she's a
that's
big
leadership.
liability as well.
That's leadership more than anything. That's not strength.
But leadership.
No, it's not.
Leadership is a part of being a captain.
Leadership
was
is a
argued
part of
that
being a captain, but it's not a part of strength.
No man, that was
Leader-
arguing
what?
that Katakuri would get stronger than Big Mom.
No, but the thing is, as a crew, though,
you
Matt,
implement a better.
if the
system
Big
to
Mom
make-
Pirates had a better leader, on Whole Cake, they would have been a more cohesive unit.
Yes, I agree on that as well.
And I think for Katakuri, he would definitely be able to keep it together. As far as
Well,
strength, we can
Katakuri was
argue
basically
that.
the leader for most of that point in time.
Well, the thing is, with a lot of the kids, they had like different. They were in control of different parts of Whole Cake. Where it's like they're like, all right, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm
Mondor
gonna
was
take care of this.
dictating the
Right, Mondor,
direction of the ship
Smoothie,
and all that.
they all had different roles there.
Katakuri
And
wasn't-
then also because they didn't want to go to Big Mom and they were scared of Big Mom and were sometimes trying to protect Big Mom from herself, it kind of caused that
Well,
inconsistency.
the number one thing that's important with the Yonko is the strength. And Big Mom was a good ruler.
Strength and
Really?
There was no better place to live possibly in the world than Totland.
When you factor the fact that she could go crazy any minute, well, sure.
Yeah, but
I
how
thought
many
you said when
casualties
you
we got?
fucked her.
Compare that to what happens in the world government where celestial riders can walk by and take your entire village and you can't do anything.
no.
You got to pay ridiculous taxes.
Yeah, it's
and the
fucked up,
Marines
but
don't
just,
care about
wouldn't
you.
Wouldn't you argue that Big Mom runs more of a meritocracy society?
Literally, like all you gotta do is pay up a little bit of your life, and you basically live in
Yeah.
a utopia.
Just a little bit.
a little bit of my life,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
little
not
bit.
arguing against Big Mom and the paradise she created isn't a good place overall, like for general populace.
Yeah.
However, the conversation is can Katakuri keep that going?
No, because he's not.
Well,
strong.
in my opinion, that maybe not. But what I was arguing is that in terms of the Big Mom family, in terms of treating someone that's lesser than Big Mom, in terms of power, but more trustworthy, reliability, where it could kill at any time, like Big
I mean,
Mom.
yeah,
can.
they would definitely
I'll agree.
trust Katakuri more, but the,
Yeah,
the
I'd
Empire
agree
would
in
come
that
crashing
department.
down faster.
I
than
think Big
you can
Mom is
imagine.
just she's the trump card. Like it's like
Wait,
if-
Brago. Speaking about power, don't we think Katakuri could improve if he become the captain?
no, I think if he became the captain, obviously,
I mean, I could see him
with
getting stronger.
the rise in status, how he works in
Notoriety
One Piece
as well.
and notoriety, you get stronger.
We already have the case where this Marco tried to take on Blackbeard by taking on the role of
But-
Whitebeard, and he got absolutely.
No,
the-
but
the
hold
thing
on.
is,
though.
Dritz, is a difference.
Blackbeard attacked him though.
Yeah,
though, Dritz.
it's a difference though, right? And Blackbeard attacked him, and secondly,
attacked him.
I don't think Marco ever took on the role as captain, right? And the
He was
reason
more
why
of
I
an
said
overseer in a sense.
the reason why I say that is the fact that they were called the new Whitebeard pirates.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it never ever he
Well,
never
here's
took the,
thing, though, Braga.
identity.
If it became official that Katakuri became a Yonko, he would be taken out instantly. He's too
I don't
weak.
agree.
I don't think so.
No,
He's
no,
way
Dritz, I
too
don't agree.
weak. What?
No,
He's
I
pathetically weak
think he
compared to the
probably got
Yonko.
stronger. I'm arguing that he probably got stronger.
There's
Probably
no
got
evidence to
stronger.
suggest that.
Yeah, it's crazy because you would imagine that would be the same way, just get a new title. But in the verse of One Piece, that is linked to you growing in strength.
Yeah, but
it's crazy,
Like,
but-
if he becomes the Yonko, like here's the thing.
You mean
introduce
Luffy's a fucking
concept that would
Yonko?
match up the verse.
Yeah, Luffy's
Luffy is not a Yonko.
he's viewed as one of those pirates.
No, he's not.
Yoko, actually.
dude.
God.
But
you
no,
just
no.
go Goku
As
now?
far as would he be stronger? I mean, I think he would get
I
stronger.
think he will improve.
I think
Yes,
he'll
I think he'll probably improve. And just to piggyback for your point, Dritz, Katakuri have the King's Haki, Marco doesn't. So you could argue
It doesn't
in terms
matter.
of like
Why does that
psychological
even
effect.
matter?
In
He
terms of
had King
psychological
talking,
defense-
couldn't do
No,
anything with it.
Hold on, Dritz. I'm saying in terms of identify the character have more potential to
Yeah.
grow in terms of spiritual and physical.
This
You'll
is
make
the
more
fucking
sense.
most random fucking analysis video we've ever done by far.
This is pretty random.
I love
No,
it.
this
I
is a
love it.
this is pretty good. I mean,
Yes.
this is a good argument. I mean, this is a good argument.
I'm actually working
Talking
on a
about
video about
Katakuri
this.
is
So
always
this is
good.
interesting. No. Yeah.
Oh, you're working on a Succession?
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Mom
That's-
video.
Yeah. I got a few.
I think
big ones.
Katakuri could get strong. I don't think he's going to be admiral level strong, but he could make up for the lack of strength in different areas.
I mean, that-
by making
yeah.
the unit more stronger.
Man, that's a
Definitely.
different discussion.
Do
But
that.
we get to the part of the chapter with Hitetsu and Otama and Okiku. That was probably the weakest part of the chapter, where he's just yelling at her, talking about the comeback, whatever. We see Big Mom, right? And Big Mom, I like this appearance of Big Mom. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't.
Funniest part of the chapter was during this part as well.
Yeah,
Wait, Bragon, did you see the conversation with Hitetsu was weak?
with who?
Did you say the conversation with Hitetsu was weak?
I think the weakest part of the chapter.
I think there's
As
something
far as
there
enjoyment,
in
as far as
regards-
enjoyment.
Yeah,
I don't-
enjoyment, yeah,
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think there's something there in terms of Okiku and the character development.
Why?
She
do you
was
say
way
that?
more passive and reserved in terms of like being authoritarian, but here she's just saying, well, this one is with us. Let's say the others no. I think that's some growth in terms of she going from being, well, what can I say? I don't want to use any gender stereotypes, but
Use it. Use them on
her
Twitter.
being her being reserved, where someone like Zoro is telling her that, hey, we're not gonna protect you every time, but
Lando doesn't want to let the secret out.
Lando go ham on Twitter, but not on.
Yeah, because certain things I say I might get. But still, if you look back in earlier chapters, I mean, Zoro had to encourage her to actually fight.
Zoro
But
King
here
Kaki
she's-
confirmed.
But here she's saying, well, the journey's already begun, so let us know.
Yeah, I can
She's
see
basically
that.
being authoritarian. She's basically being more assertive,
I didn't
which
see
I
that
really
before,
appreciate.
but yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So Big Mom, she got the alligator in check. Just
Wait, is that the one that Jack had?
I don't know if it's this is like a species. Dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Just I remember before
Yeah,
you
I
came
doubt
in.
it's the same one.
Before you
Jacko.
came in, it's called well, somebody call it Sharky Gator. What the hell? But
Gator.
that's what it says in the viz. But before you got into the last discussion, we were talking about like how strong is this thing because it took 2 hits from Big Mom and was fine, and then you
Yeah.
came in and said the same thing.
Yeah, I just think Big Mom has more control over power.
You think it's more
You think?
control?
Well, because otherwise, there's no way.
I just think this
She
thing
was
is.
breaking backs and bones and tearing like.
I think this thing is
body
stronger than a
parts
bear,
off.
though.
Yeah, I was about to say that's
is
like a
stronger than a
fucking
bear.
giant thing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
but
was
this
like
is a
some
One
random
Piece animal.
bear.
This thing does not matter.
But it's big enough for Big Mom to ride.
I mean, that's not
Like,
true. I mean,
What-
even though as much
how?
as I know you like to argue about how fucking things are super insignificant, Oda definitely makes it out to be that there's some super strong like animals in the New World.
Yeah, these things are intimidating to fodder, but a
took two-
Yonko?
Took 2 hits from Big Mom.
I mean, 2 slaps. I don't know if it might have been a slap. So Chopper could have blocked it.
He said she socked him twice. Those are punches.
Sock, yeah.
Let me
This
ask you
thing
guys
might be
this:
stronger than Jack then.
is
Well-
this thing crying because he got hit, or is crying because he's carrying Big Mom? She's heavy as fuck.
Both.
Both. Because right now, I think he's probably struggling, bro. If you think about it.
I would think it's both. But
I think it's just a comedic thing.
yeah.
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's a comedy thing.
I think because he got hit, he's like, oh shit, now I gotta carry this big bitch. I think it's a little bit of both. But
I wasn't here for the last analysis. I don't know you guys talked about this, but Big Mom persona, is it the default that she revert back to the on the mentality of a child, or just for the scenario alone?
I think that's the core of who she is.
Yeah, because I think at her very core is what she is.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, that's just who she is.
Yeah,
As far as
I
like
agree
her
with
not
that.
remembering anything, it just like goes back to the default of her just being childlike, you know. And I mean, I'm enjoying the side of Big Mom, and I always enjoy when she's like that. But of course, you know, once everything comes rushing back, it's gonna be a fucking rude awakening for everybody around her, because she's gonna go berserk,
Yeah,
bro.
she's gonna go crazy.
She's gonna go insane, especially thinking back to everything that Straw Hats did. Yeah, because at this point, Chopper really doesn't give a fuck. Chopper's just like, yo, I just want to get away from this woman. But they keep making a point of Big Mom being hungry as well.
Yeah.
That's obvious. That's an obvious plot point.
Yes,
That's
it is.
Yeah, going forward on their way to Udon. We got the map of Wano, and it's been,
Before you go there, Brago,
Yeah.
you go there, I think you guys are missing a big detail here.
what's that?
Or much
If you
Lord.
look at the box beside it says in the wasteland of Cory, is Big Mom the one that says you call me Big Mom earlier? Have we met somewhere?
Oh,
that an
yeah.
indication-
She said
Yeah.
it.
Is that an indication that her memory might be coming back sooner than we thought?
No, somebody
Oh.
said
Terms that
That's
somebody
not
said
that, man.
no. Somebody said that to her. Somebody called her Big Mom.
No, basically.
wait, read
No,
down
no,
read
no,
the box
listen,
again.
Listen. Okay, so you know how they have Big Mom, like they're calling what's her name?
Olin.
Big meme.
Olin or
Olin.
something like that. Yeah, Big Meme. They have like her like samurai name or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just like how everyone has their own samurai name. So they told her name is Olin or whatever, and then Chopper I think accidentally called her Big Mom. So she
Yes,
said,
that's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah. So she pretty much said, "Oh, well, you keep calling me that." Like,
Oh, so Leonard,
know
you're
me.
saying the
Yeah,
fact
we-
that she says you call me Big Mom earlier indicates
Yes,
that she
her memory
knows
might
her
be
name.
triggered by these
She
conversations.
knows
yeah.
her name is Big Mom, so she
Yes.
asked the question, "Have you met somewhere before?"
Oh, I like that insight.
Yes, and this could be an indication that her memory might be triggered by just them just saying some words or some conversation.
No, that's a fact. Like that's why they're being so cautious for not calling her that and calling her Olin and not leaving out details about who she is, because the more triggers she gets, the more
Yeah.
likely for her to get her memory back, right? So for her saying that,
Yeah.
I think that is something that they gotta, keep in mind. Because her saying, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I agree with that, but it's definitely possible.
That's what I'm hearing.
You got the map of Wano, and it's been kind of going crazy on Twitter where people are saying it's now a lion turtle. Do you guys see that?
Turtle.
No, I have
No.
an insane theory for this. You guys want to hear it?
I like the idea that it's a turtle.
I think I think that's crazy.
Why?
Why do you think it's crazy?
What do you mean? Wano and Zunisha are definitely linked. Like, you can't deny that.
Why do you think it's crazy?
Wait, what are you saying about turtles?
They're saying that Wano's on the back of a turtle.
Oh, I thought they said one's a turtle. That's what I said.
Well, I mean,
said.
Yeah,
Like,
One is a
I think
turtle.
the
what it is.
idea is really
Yeah.
cool, but you would have to explain a whole lot to make this make sense.
Yeah, it's like the turtle sleep. Is it just not
It's
moving?
dead.
And also, it would be
Yeah, is
exactly
it
like Zoe,
dead?
where anyone that came here would actually need a Viva card pointing to someone that lives here
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
all
so
times.
it could
This
just
would
be-
include Big
it could
Mom.
just be moving
this would
really fucking
include the
slowly.
world government. I mean, yeah, it could be asleep. I mean,
Could be asleep.
No, not even that. It's a turtle. It's just moving slow as fuck.
yeah, but so Zanisha was really slow, dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
no, I'm just
mean,
joking because it's a turtle.
yeah.
But,
and
yeah.
also since it's an animal, unless it's like sleeping or like not doing anything, there would be like some signs of like how this habitat is actually on the back of an animal, like it was on Zoe. It was very obvious.
Yeah.
Even the floor, there wasn't earth or anything. It was all just the back.
Well, they did say each region has its own distinct climate.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the oars thing definitely.
What's the ores thing?
Yes,
Because I didn't click on any of these theories.
That's what I was gonna mention, but since Froob bring it up, Froob
The
explain.
theory is pretty much just that when Ors was introduced, he was introduced as like the climate, or sorry, not the
Continent
climate,
polar.
the continent polar,
Polar.
and that he like pulled a bunch of like islands together. So like the idea is that Ors pretty much pulled a bunch of islands together and made Wano, which makes a lot of sense because like like the different climates and everything like that. And the thing is, some people might say like, oh, that doesn't make any sense because if you pulled all the islands together, they would have like the same climate, anyways. But like that's not how like One Piece works.
I don't even think
necessarily.
that's the number one thing you would have to question, Froob, because my number one thing is Ors died 500 years ago. So he would have to have been extremely, extremely old for a lot of this to make sense with Wano's inception, I think. Because Wano definitely has ties to the Void Century, and it was definitely made prior to the events on the Void Century, I think.
Especially
So-
with the polar eclipse and all.
Yeah, so he would have to be ridiculously old for a giant to have lived up to that point in time and then died, I think.
Well, isn't
that
a
is-
giant isn't
it
a
could
giant
be
lifespan?
possible-
Haven't
The
they
longest
talked
is
about?
300 years we've seen.
But he's not your typical giant.
Yeah, right. So he would have to, but the thing is, he would have to at least be 500 years old because you have to imagine. So the regular giants, their actual age is what their age is divided by 3, essentially. So for Ors to be at an age that would make sense for a lot of this to happen, he would either have to have been a kid during the Void Century if he was born at the thousand years ago, and the Void Century happened 900 years ago. So like he would have to be very, very old. And also,
well,
that
was-
isn't his skulls there. So this could just be like a thing related to the race in general.
Whose skull do you think it is?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it might not necessarily be Ors, but I
right.
still
It could be.
like
I think
the
it's a race
idea.
thing. Yeah, definitely.
Because like it would also like, I feel like I saw this in a Rogers based video or something, but like he was talking about like the idea that like that's maybe why Kaido like rules over Wano because like he thinks it's like his like kind of like birthright to like rule over
That'd
it,
be
right? Because
cool.
his ancestors or whatever kind of like made Wano what it is.
That'd be cool.
Also, it would just make sense because I don't know if you have a moniker called Continent Polar, at least
Yeah,
you know.
Want him to have a continent to pull.
Although one was an island and not a continent, but whatever.
Exaggeration. Wait, remember they said that didn't they say Don Jinjiao could split continents?
Well,
They
he
did
split
say
that
that, right?
content
Yeah.
when he stores his
His big ass
treasure. Yeah.
forehead.
He split a continent?
That was what he said. Yeah.
No,
if
he
I remember
split
correctly.
he split the ice thing.
Yeah, that's what
Did they describe it to be a continent or did they just say ice?
Yeah.
I guess continents in One Piece are islands.
like that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm not even sure.
He split a continent.
The entire.
I'm not even
continent,
sure.
bro. The East Blue
Oh
was
my
run asunder.
god, his head split a continent. That's so insane.
I might have to redo my top 30.
How is his head not in there? Oh god. All right. where we at now? So after the map, we got some Momonosuke training, and he mentioned Zoro. And this people kept talking about this as far as let me see. Wait, in the Viz it says Sunach, Suna.
It's the same thing.
Well,
Like if you say it like I mean, this is gonna sound fucking racist, but it's not racist at all. But like if you say it like you were like saying it in like a Japanese
Sunach.
like accent, yeah, so nuts. Yeah, it's like the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Racist.
Well, I mean, I don't know because you guys are fucking annoying, and you would fucking say something. So I had to preface it before fucking you guys were like, "Oh, fruit being racist again." He hates
Toxic
blacks.
masculinity.
If we were to find an English linguistic to like match it up with would we say that you be saying the same thing like shit or something like that?
That's how I was.
I don't
or
think
crap
so,
or
maybe it's possible.
He was using language that I think that wasn't meant for Noble to use.
Yeah.
But Kiku said there is a
Watch your
similar
mouth, little
practice
boy.
among the older sayings of Kuri. It is not the sort of call meant for you to use, Lord Momonosuke.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, and then I kind of like looked over it again, and it seems like it is definitely something to do with Zoro being from Wano, like.
Oh man.
Or not from. Sorry, I said that terribly. But like, it's showing that Zoro has some ties to Wano. Yeah. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I agree with that. We then get to the scene with Brooke. What's her name?
Wait, are we skipping about this?
What?
So fast? Are we
Oh, you want to talk about Zoro some more? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Yeah, my bad, Lando. Go ahead.
Lando.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Lando.
That was a little bit disrespectful. Not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
He's not even Zoro. He's just
What's your theory?
More things on his face.
No, I guess for us it's kind of like we talked. People.
Oh, you thought about it?
Yeah.
A while.
Well, yeah. We talked about it, and also it's like it's so hard to like exactly speculate.
Yeah.
One of the most intriguing thing about this past few chapters after be Otama in being more sympathetic and more intrigued with Momonosuke. I think there's a good
Saying Otama's a
relationship
simp?
being bit there.
She's falling for
A
him.
simp? Yeah, just kind of fall for him in a sense. And Mokiku, she seems to be down Momonosuke, like him being unethical or saying bad words. I think that's gonna play a huge role as well. Because if you factor in the fact that Luffy's probably the worst group for them to be around in terms of ethics.
I would think I'd say Odin's
She's
probably
gonna
the
have
same
a lot
way,
in her
where Odin probably used some of that language.
that language.
Yeah, because he
being around Rogers, Pirate, and all that.
didn't he liberate Kuri?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he civilized them. Yeah.
Right. So him going down there, I think he was like, that's just what he knows. So I think for like Odin probably used the same language, and maybe some people like Odin had somebody that was probably correcting him when he was like alive. So I think this
Machina.
definitely Machina. I think this just goes with it. But
plus the map also give us some information as to where the Jack might be in relation to where the shards might be.
What do you think? Where's Jack?
Jack must be at the port. Remember that he went there to do some business.
So
and the shard is at Ibusa town. So I'm assuming that they're in the same location, the same
vicinity. Yeah,
vicinity.
Somewhat, yeah.
So that kind of gives you an indication on maybe future fights. I don't know.
Yeah, I always like getting maps because
interactions.
It gives you, like some.
Yeah, supposed to Wano, it was getting way too complicated.
It's getting a bit complicated. I wasn't sure where everybody was. So the thing was perfect timing.
Exactly, and with the subplots being so heavy.
Yeah.
Move on if you want.
Yeah, we're at the Shinobu, Brooke, Robin. We're at there.
One last thing, bro.
Go ahead.
Lando, goddamn it, dude.
No, it's fine. He's Zoro.
Bro, the outside perspective of Zoro OP, people see Zoro is so cool, bro.
Oh my god.
This
I knew it. I was waiting for him to get to that. I knew he was gonna get to it eventually.
Like when you look at it, bro, like from Momonosuke's perspective, Zoro like a monster, bro.
It's the same thing every time with Zoro. That just like
he looks
people,
so cool.
He's just an intimidating like presence, which is just
the inside why they believe see him. Like if you look at Luffy to this guy, like shit.
Yeah, I'd fuck him too.
I mean that's that's the portrayal of Zoro's character. So I mean,
it looks dark.
I think at this point I'm becoming desensitized to when people say this.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like, all right, we get it, but I guess Oda's gonna keep reiterating that this is Zoro and this is how Zoro is.
I mean, you can You can stop lying, Brago. I know it gets fucking old being a Sanji fan, boring. It makes you hate the series, but
I'm on the Zoro side.
you got to stop fucking internalizing all this oppression.
Jaja.
I'm just saying, it's just, you know, we know this already, Oda. You don't have to say this again. You know, kind of getting old. This is like a man.
I mean, that's not true. We know Zoro's the best character, but at the same time, he's got to remind us.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Hold on. This
Yeah, mute him.
Okay.
Yes, he is. He's sleeping.
I feel like he's sleeping for real.
No, you just muted his mic. He's a bitch.
Nah, I muted him.
Not for muted him.
Oh.
All right.
That's
Okay.
wild.
So this whole plot point with them dropping off Otoko, and then they're asking after the fact,
I thought that was bad.
would the Shogun go after her? You know, what do you guys think about that whole scenario there?
I think that's counterproductive. It's like putting the horse before the putting the cart before the horse. I mean,
Yeah.
you're supposed to factor
Putting the
in
Jamaican
what
before the
happened.
dreads, as they say.
Yeah, I think that's even better.
You should probably factor
Yeah.
in safety before you drop her off.
If
Yeah.
she ends up getting captured, I would
Yes, they-
definitely have to like criticize that as like a pretty shitty.
Yeah, because like you just
Yeah.
drop her off, and you're like after the fact,
And
you're
then
like,
you're
damn,
wondering, and then you're wondering if
he
she's
wouldn't go
gonna be
after
okay.
her, would he? Like,
Yeah, I would definitely put that like on the fucking criticism list over the Big Mom fucking boat shit. But
And what makes it worse is that it was decision by Robin. It was supposed to be so competent. I mean, Robin always make calculated decisions, but it just seems weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird, but I think it's just to get us to the next place. You know, just let's
Yeah.
we got to drop Otoko off, so maybe she gets captured again or whatever happens. It's just progressing the plot. Robin, she goes into the things she learned while being there.
Which again is crazy.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, man.
So she found out what time Orochi's gonna wake up in the day of the battle.
Yeah.
The contents of the offering to the Shogun's procession that will take to
Which
that they
is
will take to
very
Onigashima.
important.
Kaido's favorite food, his crew's hierarchy,
important.
which I just wish she said some of this shit, like, you know, the number of men and weapons, and what did that last thing say?
I think she was saying about the same thing about the weapons, but this time for
But with Orochi instead,
Orochi.
I think. Yeah.
Orochi's
Something like that.
and weapons, right?
Yeah.
So
somebody's information.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it says also Shogun
Orochi's
Orochi's
the weapons
military
and-
strength and the weapons
then-
he possesses.
Yeah. I think that's
But
it.
some of this information we already know, though. I mean, Okiko made it from the beginning that she knows the headliners in different districts. Speed,
yeah, but
those
she had a
guys. So
hierarchy.
information might not be that important.
It wasn't
compared to
that.
what's there, you know?
It probably isn't as detailed as Robin has it though. Like they know the crew members, but does do like would Okiku know the hierarchy?
No.
In Kaido's crew, you know, like I feel like that's important, right? Knowing the
It's-
hierarchy,
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, that's something important.
But I think we can
Oh
be
yeah,
educated.
definitely. If
Yes,
you're
I
trying to
mean-
make a plan and
Yeah.
you're trying to like divvy out who is gonna have to fight who and
Yeah,
shit like that.
yeah.
I mean, from outside perspective, we do know, right? I mean, it's King, Queen, Jack, and the six.
What the?
Well,
what the-
also,
the
but you're
flying
forgetting
stick.
about Orochi.
Why does that fall with the
his,
Shogun? Yeah.
his whole samurai
Yeah.
shit.
Is he over the commanders?
Well, in status, yeah, I'd assume so.
No diff.
Loved him.
In status, I'd say it's over the commanders, yeah, but in
But it's-
power, no.
No, yeah. Oda got
He
back to
didn't.
the plot point really quick with Robin and the Poneglyphs.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah, she talked about a Poneglyph being on Onigashima. And also they talk about a Poneglyph that was protected by some Kokeshi dolls. You guys have
Yes.
any theory about
Yo,
that?
those actually, yeah. I mean, those actually sound pretty cool. JV made a video about this about today, actually. Basically, just talking about like what Kokeshi like means in Japan, something related to like dead children. But
Is it any important relevance? Or just,
I'm not necessarily sure, but this makes me think like that's a really weird thing to put next to a poneglyph. So like
Yeah.
my initial impression is I was kind of getting some like Indiana Jones stuff type thing where like the people go, you check it out, it's like these things are actually like sentient
Yeah.
in some way, maybe because of a devil fruit it actually protects the poneglyph, which I mean the thing I would conclude is that whatever's on this poneglyph is actually really, really important. And the first thing that comes to mind for me is like that's the location, it shows the location of Uranus. Because a lot of these nations that are kind of allied with the ancient kingdom, they all possessed knowledge of where an ancient weapon was. So Alabasta, Pluton,
Yeah.
Fishman Island had Poseidon, and we're getting far enough to the series where we need to actually know more about Uranus, and we're in an arc full of dragons and stuff that rule the sky. So
Makes sense.
I think that might be what that's about.
yeah, some good parallels.
I like that.
I mean, I argue that it's issue of the world, but Judge Stereo was a bit more important.
Yeah. So we again to Sanji and
So
this group.
we concluded the road poneglyph is on Omeguchi.
More than likely makes more sense.
More likely.
Yeah,
Makes
when that's where
sense.
Kaido lives. I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense for Kaido to be there. Anything else with that
he's
part?
the road poneglyph.
I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
No, I think it was
I don't
pretty
think so.
straightforward.
All right, so we get to Sanji's crew and what's going on there. They talk about Kurosaki being dead. That the funeral is going to be had.
Oh wait, bro, I think you missed something in the next page.
What's that?
Yakuza and
Oh, the Hyogoro?
Igoro. Yeah.
We'll
think
get
I'm
that when we
pretty
get to
sure
Hyogoro,
that they- You can say Valera. Yeah, you can say
Yeah,
Valera.
yeah. I was going to talk to when we get to Hyogoro. So Sanji's upset. Kurosaki's dead, quote unquote. None of us think she's dead.
No, I don't think she did. I don't know.
But the question we were asking, like, what happened to her then?
I think what happened is that she probably is going to take a
Stairs.
different persona in terms of helping the allies.
Stairs.
I think it's pretty.
Stairs.
Remember the joke I made
Yeah, what
about
if it's like the same thing where she has like a procession? It's like a thing over her face,
Oh God. Please no.
and now everyone's gonna be like, "Queen is alive." This.
Please no. I mean,
Yeah, I
if,
think
Kuro-
that might be it, bro.
if Kurosaki motive is to help the allies, I think this is pretty good because I mean if she fake her dead and taking a different persona to be someone else, I think she could do it in secrecy, which they would never expect. I think this is good from her perspective.
somebody had this elaborate theory about Kurosaki being Kuina. That
I don't think she's going.
Word?
Yeah. I wish I had saved it, but
No way.
yeah.
How?
I forgot exactly, but I
How
glanced
old
at it.
was? There's no way,
How old is Kuina? Wasn't she like 2
dude.
years old?
Kurosaki has blue hair.
Yeah.
She dyed it.
Well, she actually dyed her hair. I mean, yeah, whatever, bro.
Because I mean, the main implications here that she's gonna know the
She dyed her hair and then went to go live in Wano as a not swordsman as a prostitute.
Well, she
Yo, what a life!
she gotta do what she gotta do,
Nice
man.
promise to Zoro, bro.
She's been
I
through a
like
lot. She's been
But
practicing
too
in
good.
secret.
Wait, let's talk for a minute, bro. What happened if she actually did? How do you guys feel about that?
It'd be a huge stain on the story.
Absolute shock.
Would that validate Kyushiro more than any other character we've ever seen in a while? Because in terms of having a feat,
I mean,
That's
it would
what
make him like it would, but at the same time, it would just make the introduction and purpose of Kurosaki weird, in a sense.
I agree.
But it's
I mean,
crazy.
I guess it would depend on how
Need
Oda
to
would handle it.
Porter and Killer is a bit weird.
I mean, it's kind of
Or
insane that
he-
with Kyoshiro, he somehow killed this woman, and we're speculating whether or not she's dead or not, and we don't think she's dead. With Koshiro, Kuina is somewhat dead. We speculating she's dead. I don't know. I don't think Kurosaki's Kuina, but I don't know if
No.
it's like
Yeah, like the only reason I think otherwise, I would actually be okay with that if Oda hadn't have tried to make it way too obvious that he's
she's
trying to
Oden.
make some like
Yeah.
Hiyori kind of
Yeah.
vibe thing going. It would just be like
Yes.
ridiculous.
if he goes.
I think.
I mean, maybe that's the reason for it.
I mean, it could be. I mean, I would be like absolutely amazed if he did that.
Yeah,
The only
it
implication
would
that
have to
could
make
probably-
sense though. Like it would have to make sense for her to like what happened after she supposedly quote unquote died.
Right.
Maybe your deck could be used as a catalyst for Kyushiro to find out the truth and then join the alliance. I don't know. Maybe your deck used to propel someone who want revenge against Orochi and Kyushiro. That's the only.
I don't know how.
Well,
I don't know
that's
how
the
her
only,
death. If Kyoshiro killed her, I
That's
don't
the
know
only
how he'd be
plot point.
like,
Like,
this was your
well, if
fault,
he-
Orochi.
well, if he learns that she's doing a good cause and feel guilty,
What like what? Like what could that be?
well, if you remember the fact that she was collecting money from these guys,
Okay,
we assume that she was planning to
do something with
to
it.
do something.
She was funding the alliance.
I think that as well, but that's if she's actually dead, which I don't believe that
I
she
don't
did at all.
think she's dead.
but-
I don't think
I
she's
know a
dead.
lot
I
of
don't
people say
think
that
she's
she might be
100%
that
not
Witching
dead.
boy.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
So
She's
after
not
I
dead.
reread the chapter, I think it was interesting that with Sanji, obviously he's crying about Kurosaki being dead, but after that he had the raid suit tin whatever out, and he keeps mentioning the bathhouse, right?
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
the previous panels, Nami was talking about going to a bathhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're definitely
yeah.
gonna meet up in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Wait, didn't they call them? That's how you know. That's
Huh?
what I know.
Did they call him?
What?
Wait,
Yeah, they
what?
call him. I think they call him. Usopp have the snail.
He didn't
He has
use it though.
he has a smell, but he didn't call them.
He has a smart smell.
Yeah, can we stop calling it a snail, by the way? Just call it a fucking snail.
But it's a smart,
Wait,
it's
didn't
a
he
smart
call
smell.
them? I'm pretty sure he called them. He said, "Let's get in touch with this thing."
Yeah, but that was that.
Let me go check the Carfax.
Wasn't that after? Because
I
they
think it was
weren't
before.
on the phone when Nami's talking about the bathhouse, right?
I think she told him where they're going, and then Sanji looking at the
No, I don't think
red
so.
suit.
No, they weren't.
But either way, I don't think it fucking matters.
Not just it shows us how connected Sanji and Nami are, you know, kindred spirits.
Wait, so you're saying that he knows that she's at the bathtub?
No.
No,
I just
that's
think,
what you're saying.
No, I think it's just it was like Oda using comedy there.
Yeah.
With like Sanji wanting to go to bathhouse and Nami's wanting to go
Oh,
to bathhouse.
and
yeah.
then
And then
okay,
maybe
I
they
thought he wanted to go to the bathhouse because she's gonna go to the bathhouse. I didn't
No,
know
no,
he was
no,
going
no,
I
to
mean, I know
Sanji-
the real
no, no.
reason Sanji's going there. is
Sanji
because
just
on
wants to
Tokyo.
go to a bathhouse.
Oh, to any girl. Then I thought he was
Yes,
going there
yes.
because of Nami and
No,
Robin.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no.
okay, okay.
But it'd be funny if he tries to peek on any girl and
then
then
Robin, Nami's there.
Nami's there. He'd
Yeah.
fucking die. dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like wondering if that's actually going to like lead anywhere that matters.
No.
I mean,
Because
it
you would
definitely
imagine
will.
the reason that, like, outside of it being a gag thing, like, Sanji's not going to be there for some arbitrary reason if he's using the raid suit. I don't think.
What, you
No,
know,
yeah, he's probably gonna have to protect her from some strong
Yeah,
person.
something like that.
What
Yeah.
may happen is Sanji goes to a bathhouse and then while everybody else meets up with Zoro. And then
As I've been saying,
That would be
they're
so
in
fucking
a
lame.
Bizu town right now.
they're in a
Zoro's
Bisu
in a
town.
Bizu town, and they didn't meet
Zoro's
up.
not there.
The longer it keeps waiting, guys, seriously.
Oh yes, it's obvious that
Longer,
he's
the better.
he's prolonging them not to meet.
Yeah, like he's literally running through circles, be like, "Ah, not meeting yet, not meeting yet." So
I mean, I personally can't wait for them to meet again. I would like to see the interaction there. I mean, I'm not going as far as saying he's going to leave the crew, but I want to see the conversation between them. If you know, if
I think the
anything.
conversation is what we want to see. All
Yeah,
I think it's just what they're gonna say to each other.
yeah. Also, we find out that Kid escaped from Udon.
Yeah,
Before that,
fodder.
Brago, Frankie's words.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, if you portray the prison to be so bad,
Oh, Frankie and
then
Usopp
you-
and how they portraying.
yeah,
Okay.
then you desensitize the effect, like, oh, I can get it whenever I want. I don't really agree with that because for something to be effective, it must be accurate. And if you're going to accurately portray something, I don't think Oda is doing it in these terms. Because, I mean, Luffy is in serious danger. It should be in serious danger. It should not be something that they're shaking off or desensitizing by saying, well, get it whenever I want.
We've all echoed.
I don't
this.
like that.
We've all echoed.
I
the
don't
fact
like that. Do not like
the
that.
prison.
I don't
was never,
think
it was
Luffy
never.
can get out whenever he wants.
The prison was never threatening. It was
Yeah,
never.
it was
threatening.
never. Yeah, it was never threatening.
Because they didn't have no one there of note that could threaten Luffy or Kid.
Well, Queen's there now.
Well, I'm saying if
Well,
Queen
we
was
always
gonna do?
argue that we always argue that the warden might be strong because I mean the man was not really that strong. But
I'm sorry. I think the argument that Luffy can just leave whenever he wants is so dumb. I just
Yeah, but they
completely
think that-
disagree with that.
no, well,
Proof.
if I think the thing is,
They
it's just
think that.
the indication that there was nobody there that could check Luffy. Nobody there. So I think if Queen was there the entire time, then it'd be like,
a
okay,
different
that's a
scenario.
different feel.
Definitely been.
But you had Hippo Man, and you had like a bunch of random people that would just like use as comedy, and you had Usopp and Kid, not Usopp, Luffy and Kid pretty much running the prison and doing whatever the hell they wanted to do as far as like collecting all the food, giving it to the old man. It's like, all right, they're just having a good ass time.
What I'm more upset about is the fact that it's so much faith they have in Luffy in regard to what scenario he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, but at some point you have to be realistic. Now he's in a prison. You're supposed to be worried at least to some degree.
Well, Sanji, the thing is, it started off with Sanji
But
being
they
somewhat
just seem
concerned.
so
right?
laid back.
Sanji
Yes,
was
and then you just
concerned,
take the comedy.
and then it went to the comedy of the bathhouse. And Sanji and Usopp, Frankie and Usopp pretty much just like, it don't matter, bro.
Desensitize it. Yeah,
Don't
it's
matter.
like it doesn't matter. You get it
He'll be
whenever you
alright.
want.
And Law's like, yo, Kid broke out? You know what I'm saying? It's
He might have to go on his team.
Yeah, Law's like, yo, it's alliance. So nothing about Luffy, but Kid broke out, guys. Like, you know?
Which was the best part of the chapter for me.
Kid breaking out.
Yeah, because I mean,
I
it kind of
liked
goes
it.
hand in hand in what we're talking about in Kid's character, which we must do.
Where he's not
Sometimes,
working with
but-
Luffy to get out. He's like, fuck you. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
But-
plus remember we also planned this over a while back, Brago. We
What?
gotta discuss his character sometime.
No, I mean, yeah. We definitely gotta discuss it. My
we
thing
gotta
was that I would like to. I wish we had seen more interaction, right, with Kid
okay.
and Luffy in the prison, just to get some more of Kid's character. Of course, we got some, but I would like to get more of it. Of course, they're gonna meet up again eventually, but it just seems kind of counterproductive for Oda to put them together to separate them again. For them
Do
to
you
eventually
think
get back
Oda
together.
just did that so that if Big Mom shows up, he wouldn't have to like justify Kid not
attacking
like
her.
wiling out? Yeah.
Because we know with Kid, there's no
that's
way
a good point.
there's no way Kid's not attacking immediately, right? So with that, it seems like that remove Kid, so that with Luffy, at least the other Straw Hats can rationalize with him, like, oh, Big Mom's, this is Olin, this is not Big Mom, whatever. With Kid, that's not flying. So
Yeah, I've seen some people say that. I would hate for this to happen. I don't think it makes sense, honestly. I don't know why people were thinking it, but they think that like Queen's there just to get stomped on by Big Mom.
absolutely not.
I
Absolutely
disagree
not.
with that.
And also,
I would
don't know
hate.
why
I would
people from
absolutely
this
hate
chapter-
that. I would hate that.
Yeah, and people from this chapter, I don't know. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't. It's like Luffy versus Queen now. He's done handcuffs on. I don't understand what people were
Here's
expecting
the
from him
thing.
to do.
It would be almost like disrespectful, right? Because Cracker got removed from the arc rather early.
Yeah.
Cake. So now, if Queen gets removed from this arc rather early, that's the second commander now. So when we get to Elbaf, the first commander is gonna get removed.
And also tonally, it just wouldn't really make any sense to me.
Why are you taking out Kaido's forces when it seems like
Right.
at this
and especially
point,
Queen.
yeah, I wouldn't. I don't understand it if that
It'll be
happens.
weird. I just expect I think Luffy should just get a brutal beating, to be honest.
I don't think that's happening.
What do you think's gonna happen?
No.
I don't know about brutal beating, but I definitely do think people are underestimating the chance that something actually bad ends up happening with.
Well, I think Queen has to show why Queen's called Queen the Plague.
I
I would
think-
hate for it if Queen tried to poison Luffy.
You know
and just
what'd be
quit.
dope? Okay, I don't know if this would be dope. I know people would be mad at this.
What's
if
up?
Queen says,
Let me join your crew.
no. No, Queen says, yo, take off his handcuffs. If you can beat me, you can get out.
Oh, yikes.
That would be dope.
That would be pretty lame.
Lame?
That would be
Yeah,
dope.
I think that would be pretty lame.
Why you say that?
Because it's just
Because
pretty
that's
much a get out of
incompetence of the
jail free
highest
card.
extreme.
It would be a lot more cool if
No,
we
no,
knew
no,
Luffy...
no.
Wait, it would be a lot more cool if we knew Luffy couldn't beat Katakuri. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we never saw Luffy fight a commander, it'd be way more hype compared to now, where it's like,
Well,
No.
The only reason I would like that is if Luffy won and finally proved that he can actually beat someone by himself.
No. What would happen is with Queen and he would have like an insane like ability that you would have to figure out. That like as soon as Luffy starts fighting, like maybe his senses are off or some shit like that, and he gets owned by Queen, which would it'd be like, wait, so where the hell is Luffy as far as strength now? If this happened to him, because it's like, and then that would kind of.
What do you do with that though?
You said, what do you do with it?
Yeah,
I think
because,
it's reinforcing the strength of Kaido's commanders.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like you just make the problem that we already have with Luffy's power level even more dynamic and hard to solve.
I think it just
Making it more.
it accentuates the problem with Luffy as far as diagnosing like an enemy's abilities immediately, right?
Yeah, because the thing is like I don't know, like the whole thing is like you guys know how I feel. Like I want Luffy to like beat someone that matters by himself with no asterisks to it, but I don't think that's gonna happen for the rest of the series.
whoa,
So-
I don't know about that. The rest of the
Well,
series
who?
is a little bit.
I do agree with that.
Well, how is there not going to be an asterisk? Like, so, like, here's the thing: for
You
the
think
people from now on,
Blackbeard?
Luffy couldn't beat commanders or people weaker than commanders by himself, and yet he's going to go somehow logically get strong enough to fight on Yonko, and then people who are above Yonko level, like Blackbeard,
He's in training
without
camp
there
right now.
being some like.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it
you have
can
to
be
make it
defined
make
logically,
sense.
but it can happen though.
Well, I think that he's definitely gonna have a fight in between this and Kaido to where it'll prove
so?
his strength.
Who do you
Yeah,
think it's going to be? You think it's a new guy we haven't seen yet?
I don't fucking. I can't tell you that. but-
Him finding another
That's what I
commander
hope. That's what I would
and
like.
beating
Yeah.
another commander would be kind of redundant. Like I don't want to see. That's why I said with Queen beating.
That's the
him.
last thing that people want to see.
Yeah, I don't want to see him beating
Yeah.
another commander. I would like to see him
I
like.
completely disagree with that. I don't know why people keep saying that.
What-
You wouldn't
The
want to
reason
see
people
him
say that is
fight
because Zoro and
Queen.
Sanji are in the arc.
Like,
Why? Why would you want to see him fight Queen? I mean, my scenario is
Yeah,
that
but without
Queen
any
that
bullshit.
Queen wins, right? But in your scenario, you're saying Luffy just beats Queen like straight up. It'd be like
yeah, without any bullshit attached.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would like that through, but I would like it to not be Queen.
That's one of the reasons why
true,
people are
but-
against it so much, because we assume that King and Queen are reserved for Sanji and Zoro. So I mean, at this point,
Well,
many
no,
people
it's not
can take it
Sanji
out.
and Zoro. Like people putting up, it's the fact that only Luffy gets to fight people.
Well, if you look at the fact that Luffy need to progress before he fights Kaido, it could be helpful.
Yeah, but you can't justify the other members of the crew getting stronger without having them beat people because, like I said before, like Zoro and Sanji haven't beat a single person that matters in the series yet.
I
you gotta
agree
get-
with
you
you.
gotta
but
get them
understand
somewhere.
Something just as the arc goes on, different opponents might
post
come
time
in.
skip,
that
or are you
could
talking
be
about in the
strong enough
series?
to fight them.
In the series,
You don't think Kaku?
like
would-
in the
relative to
series?
strength, relative to strength.
Mr. One for
As we
Zoro.
know it now, those guys don't matter. None
No,
of them matter.
Uh,
Every single person that Luffy has fought has been
Wait, what is-
multiple times stronger than the next person that any of the Straw Hats have fought.
fair.
I wouldn't agree multiple times stronger, but I will agree
What?
stronger. Yeah, I would agree multiple
Who
times.
isn't multiple times stronger than
I think Doflamingo was multiple times stronger than Pika.
Dofi was multiple times stronger than anyone else on his crew. So was all of the warlords.
I don't think Katakuri is multiple
What is-
times stronger than
Hmm?
Smoothie.
Well, just
Oh,
everybody
if you want to,
Mr.
if you
One,
want
he
to include the
didn't
commanders,
say
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But nah, yeah.
Just in
As far as
terms
who
of
Luffy
I
Mr.
was
is,
kind of referring to the
Luffy has
with that.
definitely gotten fights to like justify him getting stronger than
Right, yeah.
Zoro and Sanji definitely not. They haven't.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Situation that Mr. One
Mr. One is not strong.
presented. No, I'm saying situation that he presented at Alabasta. Is that impressive that Zoro overcame that? In relative
Yeah,
to
it's
what
impressive.
Luffy
I'm not saying it's not impressive that he didn't overcome that. I'm saying he's never beaten anyone strong.
But at that point, he was strong.
Yeah, but he's not strong. They were all weak.
I don't know, just because
Wait,
we could look
are you
at
arguing at that point in the overall series?
Overall, like I'm talking overall scope. I'm not talking about like pre-time skip power scaling. I'm talking about the overall arc of the story. Zoro
Well, I
and
agree.
Sanji have never beaten anyone that's actually that's been strong.
I don't know.
Not
that,
even
but
close.
just, I don't know if that's fair because relative to where the story is, like you fight who's in front of you and they're relevant at that point.
Yeah, but that's the entire point. Is like half the time, whenever like we have these a lot of the One Piece arcs,
Yeah.
Luffy fights the person that matters, and the rest of the people are just kind of like goons.
But just you can argue the same point that those characters
Zoro
are
and
only
Sanji
strong
don't
relative
get that
to
guy that
point.
actually has weight within the narrative to beat.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think we're trying to get to
Yeah.
the overall importance, but at that point when they fight them, they're
They
pretty strong.
need a notch on their belt because right now, if because the thing is, if you go to the New World and they're like, "Yo, who have you beaten?" and Zoro's like, "Well,
Hyozu.
it's just like you need somebody of note."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have
But I
nobody
mean,
of note.
for Zoro, we're sure they're gonna beat someone strong with Mihawk, but for Sanji, I think it's a more of a problem.
Yeah, but you can't just jump to
I don't really
Mihawk,
think-
dog.
Yeah, I'm saying like right now, like
No,
who,
I mean,
who is
think about
his,
is that we know.
you would say Pika is probably his best, like the person he would say, right? Doflamingo is one of Doflamingo's top
I
executives.
mean, yeah, and even then, it's
Yes.
like Mr. Pika.
Yeah, that's who you would say, and Sanji would probably.
Yeah.
I don't know who Sanji would say.
I don't know.
now-
Sanji's best
I
feat
mean,
is probably
I mean,
losing
now,
to someone
now,
like
page,
Sanji.
now, page one, we assume.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we have to know the context behind
Yeah.
it, but if you assume that he won, then yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Though.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like, I don't know. That's
But
kind of like
overall
the part I'm
conclusion.
interested in.
I think I agree what you're saying. They haven't beat anyone I've any know, but I think they have been competent enough to at least acquire achievements that are impressive. Like for instance, Zoro beating Mr. One.
Relative to who, though? That's what I'm saying. Relative to the
Relative to
One
the
Piece verse,
characters.
they haven't done anything.
We'd have to see more of Mr. One to kind of say, okay.
I mean, at that point, it was the strongest assassin in West Blue. He had a 50 million bounty.
Wow, West Blue.
Pretty established. In relative to the series, at that point, it was pretty established.
Yeah, but then we learned on later that there were so many people much stronger than that, and even
Mm-hmm.
now, those people are considered weak.
Okay, Dritz. You could have notoriety and feat in a certain region, but not in the overall story. Like look at East Blue. Zoro was known and feared. But in the
Yeah,
overall
but the
scope of
seas that
series,
aren't Paradise in the Grand Line aren't considered worthy. That's why
Okay, so
they
you're saying
aren't
that-
located on the place where action is.
Okay, so it kind of be like a elitist, and they're saying like, well, just a new world. If you don't know nothing new world, you
Well,
don't
I'm
really
just saying, though, just relative
Yeah.
to the verse, it's like they haven't beaten people that you would say like top 30 or top 40 or top 50 or
No.
top 60 or top 70.
matter. I do agree.
Yeah.
Well, top 70. Well,
Top 70, you're getting kind of crazy.
Really? Top 70? Who?
Top
What,
70.
Pika top 70?
top 70.
Yeah.
Really? Top 70? I think we could probably come with top
Nah.
70 people.
Maybe
stronger than Pika,
Kaku.
dog.
Kaku. Yeah. Kaku.
I mean,
is
just
it-
talking now.
Yeah.
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 Well, just a different argument can be made though, just the fact that they might not beat anyone of any note, but they could have if they got the opportunity to actually fight them.
Well, and then that's the point, though, right?
Because I mean, Zoro probably could have been Cracker based on how he fights.
I don't think so.
The only thing that probably stops Zoro from being a Cracker is Armin Haki if he's Armin Haki
Dude,
strong.
Luffy couldn't beat Cracker with the help of someone whose ability countered his Devil Fruit. Zoro's not winning.
Well, that's
I mean, I pretty much agree with you. Outside, unless Zoro is actually a fucking monster.
There's no way to know.
If we factor in the fact that Zoro actually unleashed all of his full power,
I don't know. The thing is, there's no real calculation for Zoro and how Oda wants to scale him. So
yeah.
Wait, can we agree to a certain degree that Sanji and Zoro are kind of being compared to commanders at this point?
Yes. But the thing is, they haven't gotten the fights to justify them.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. Like that's like the entire like emphasis of the conversation is like they're being compared there, but they haven't done anything to earn it.
Yeah, they're essentially Luffy's commanders, but Luffy's the one that's always getting the boost from these
that's like the thing where it's like Luffy is actually getting progression, but he hasn't been able to beat any of those guys.
So the thing is, it'd have been amazing progression if say Luffy beat Katakuri and Sanji somehow beat, like say Snack came back and Sanji beat Snack, then it'd be like, oh, okay. They're progressing.
So let me ask you guys this now. How far behind would Zoro be if he actually beat King? Like when you look at Zoro,
it would make sense right now.
Would it make sense right now?
No.
For you guys?
No.
It could make sense if you have a fight between King to push the gap. Might make sense.
Because the thing is, if that happens, that means Zoro is stronger than Luffy at the time skip.
And that's just not fact.
That's what I feared. That's what I kind of feared because I'm like, if Zoro can beat King by his own,
he would, because essentially he hasn't been pushed, right?
Exactly.
And if he comes out and beats a first commander right after,
saying he probably could have.
No, Lando, like the reason like that's just like it just can't be is because that undermines Luffy so far that I can't even fathom it.
And the thing is, and the reason why, if Oda goes that route, I wouldn't be surprised, is how Oda wanks Rayleigh and some of the Roger pirates, and how he kind of sometimes, tries to throw Rayleigh into the conversation with, Roger. It's like it's just like, okay, if you're doing that, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, it's like, where is he gonna have Zoro at the end of the series in comparison to Luffy, or in comparison to the other characters in the series? He's
gonna be pretty close.
I never have Zoro and Luffy that far apart before until
post time skip.
Dude, I hate doing these discussions on fucking break weeks because it just makes you want to fucking read One Piece.
Just reread it. Oh, just go read the wiki.
I could go.
I mean, theoretically, right now, Luffy's multiple times stronger than Zoro. I mean, if you look at it from the feats achieved and all that, he's multiple times stronger.
He should be.
But I don't really see that.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, exactly. And the same thing with Law. Like, many people are to demote Law. I'm like, I don't see Law being that weaker than Luffy.
Well,
even though I
actually could see Law being
the thing. You just look at portrayal and how they handled. It's. I think Law does.
We have to see what Law does.
It's so weird, right? Because with Law and like someone like Virgo, I mean, personally, I don't think Luffy's one shot in Virgo, but of course, Law's abilities, they're weird. But then you see how Luffy does versus Doflamingo in comparison to Law, and Law didn't fare very well versus Doflamingo. But then people talk about the ties they had. Doflamingo knew his fighting style.
But like you could argue the same thing the other way around.
Exactly.
Where Law knew Doflamingo's fighting style.
Law knew everything about Dovi's Devil Fruit, but he just couldn't beat him, dude.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Law is one of those characters I think that like Oda realizes like I kind of gave this guy a really good Devil Fruit.
Yeah.
So he basically gets like the Sanji and Big Mom tree where it's like I'm just gonna kind of like put these guys aside for the sake of the plot for a little bit
because they're too powerful.
I think you overcompensate with giving Law weakness. Like he nerfed him, but he completely nullified him in certain scenarios.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you go off Law's fruit, he should be able to destroy everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
If you look at versus Doflamingo, he got taken up by bully strings, if I remember. I mean, that's underwhelming compared to what Law can achieve. It's like
Law's weaknesses are kind of weird because like, if you go back to the Virgo fight, Dofu was like, "This is actually the weakness to your fruit is armament hockey. You couldn't beat Virgo," and he just one shots him. It's like, shit, dude.
Yeah, it's like yo.
And then it's like, oh, you have to get speed blitz, and it's like there's so many asterisks next to Law, dude. I just don't know what to think about that.
You just throw him somewhere in your top 30, like.
It's like.
Let me ask you guys this: is there a way Oda can possibly like will justify Zoro and Sanji being king and queen. Because so far I haven't heard
No.
any real
There
argument.
are ways, but it would require
reason why.
time.
So Sanji would
Yeah.
have to get like probably another fight before Queen, right?
Yes, for
And
queen,
Oda
yeah.
have to give us more context on the page 1 fight, saying he overcome that. And also Zoro would have to get 2 fights before King.
Yes.
And then so maybe he fights someone, fights Kirishiro, then he fights King. Then it's like, okay. But the thing is, based on the time we have, I don't think Kirishiro is gonna be a loaded fight. You know, it's like they're gonna have time to heal. Or
Like the way Oda would do it, and like this would be, oh god, I want to think about it. Like he would just like off screen it.
Coming.
yeah, off screen them, and
Is
just
it
Off screen
possible-
to say they got stronger.
and say what happened.
Yeah,
I think it's possible that even though we don't get to see what their max are right now, they could train on that max and get stronger between the time they fight.
I don't know because like here's the thing though, like to justify them getting stronger, it's like you have to put up really, really strong people up against them because like to prepare Luffy for like Cracker and Katakuri, he had to fight Dofi.
Yes.
Like, how do you prepare Zoro and Sanji reasonably for commanders and like not? like,
Yeah,
not
but I
skip
feel
over,
like
you know?
Dofi in like the context of this arc isn't like anything crazy.
I mean, when you
I
really
mean,
think
if you
about
have
it,
like
bro,
Drake or something, I guess.
I mean, bro, when you really think about it, it's ridiculous. Like if Zoro beats King, he went from beating Pika to beating King. I mean, that is.
I mean,
ridiculous.
that's.
But
I mean, you're kind of not. You're not.
That's
You're not
like
really
insane
phrasing it right
fucking
though.
crazy.
what do you say? What do you mean, Foob?
Well, I mean, yeah, he went from beating Pika to beating King, but he never tried versus Pika. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's
he
not like-
never exerted himself versus Pika. Sure, but that's the opponents. He just.
I know what you're saying, but
Damn.
I'm just trying to say like,
Yeah, Octopus Man put up.
Yeah, I
another fight.
agree. I agree. He didn't exert himself versus Pika, but Oda really needs to bridge the gap in strength between these two guys, bro. It's getting too ridiculous at this point.
Yeah. All right. How strong is Alpaca Man?
We couldn't hold him.
Dude, he's just a gifter.
Yo, this man came out here just spitting like, yo, relax and tell me where Kid
Llama
is.
spits, Llama spits more than
relax.
Yo, tell me where Kid is, G, because he gonna get caught for sure.
You know, we're assuming that Caribou went away with Kid, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because we kind of hinted when Luffy
Yeah, he's
told
gone.
him.
He's gone. And then we
Yeah,
get
go.
I know we talked about this as well as far as Higuro, as far as how Oda
Yes.
talked about him early in the chapter, and then he showed him and he said, "Oh, I'm a Higuro," blah blah blah. People said that they didn't like that. How do you guys feel about that? I really didn't care. I thought it was just like whatever.
Well, I mean, that was me that said that. I
okay.
think that it was just a small like thing. It was kind of I don't know. I just think it was a little bit lazy. I mean, you can argue that that's being nitpicky, but yeah,
It's funny
I thought it
because
was-
in this show I'm watching now, it's like it was this guy. He talked about, oh man, when I was younger, I lost my brother. Like we both got separated, and we went to different places. I wonder where he is now. I thought he was dead. And then they go out for a battle, and guess who he encounters? His fucking brother. I was like, come on. It's like,
That was good, bro.
I mean, yeah, but it was just like, okay. It was
Well,
just- yeah. So I can understand what Fruit was saying because that kind of annoyed me. Like, out of all time.
Well, from the
like,
very beginning, the fact that Luffy was selective in who he probably approached or protecting the prison, it kind of implied that the guy would be important coming forward in the series.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
I'm not saying that. I just feel like they should have introduced him like a little bit earlier, not in the same
Hinted towards
chapter.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do you guys think that grandma that Shitanari was talking to is important?
Well, I think they serve a purpose because they kind of characterize what Cory thinks about the chance them getting
The-
to overcome the situation. Because she
The
was
minority,
basically
I guess, right?
yeah, she was basically saying, well, we do believe in Odin and all that stuff.
Yeah. So she represented that, and of course, Luffy's attacking Mini Jack, and now we're Queen is pulling up to Udon.
Just look like Jack, yo.
Yeah, Mini Jack with many legs.
Really fun guy that seems so displaced. Like Oda just making this as he goes up, bro. Like these guys are just ridiculous.
But the thing is, he's using his hair like a scorpion.
Yeah, I was supposed to actually say. I just noticed. I hadn't paid attention before.
Yeah. So we were saying that Queen has a scorpion devil fruit, or people were saying.
Yeah,
that.
really popular idea. Yeah,
At this point, this guy probably is Scorpion Man.
yeah, it probably
I mean, probably is.
Yeah, he's
Like,
definitely.
it's a popular idea
Yeah.
that Queen is a scorpion fruit.
Yeah, like the most popular devil fruit theory about Queen is that Queen
Yeah.
has a scorpion.
Scorpion fruit.
I didn't know
No.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Roger.
It's because
made
like
it too,
the
but,
plague thing. Yeah, Roger made it. There's been a bunch of theories everywhere.
Yeah, what do
about him being a
scorpions and
scorpion.
plagues have to do with each other?
Poison, basically. Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
think he has a scorpion fruit.
Poison. It's a zone. I think there've been like a bunch of ships with like scorpions on them.
I think he's going to have
Okay.
a weird ass fruit,
Interesting.
like a weird.
I really like the idea
With
of
that
being-
character design, I mean, he's got it.
probably like a poisonous praying mantis. Or something.
That's an insect.
Or
No,
some
I guess,
shit.
although a scorpion isn't necessarily. I don't know.
Is a scorpion an insect?
That's a what is a scorpion? What is this? An arachnid?
Arachnid.
Is a
Isn't
scorpion
arachnid?
I think it.
I mean, we saw the spider leg, dude. So I guess it's.
Let me.
I don't know.
I don't know. A scorpion is under the class Arachnida. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You Google
I don't know.
that?
So this is like a petty
yes.
thing for me, but I kind of wished. You guys know how at the end of chapter 925, like the Blackbeard chapter, all of the calamities were introduced.
Yes.
You know, Queen and King. I really wish Oda would have waited and not done that, so that like
Good
these were
people. And Jack.
like. Well, here's the thing though. Like 925, I think Oda just wanted to end the chapter off on something that he knew people would be
were
hyped
like,
about.
yeah, and then
Because like the last 4 pages, like what Act 2 begins, like the last 4 pages of like a setup chapter, like a like a world building chapter, which is like kind of odd to me in
Yeah.
a sense. Like I think it would have been cooler for this reveal for Queen.
yeah, it would have been great for the suspense.
For
Because I think.
I think they,
No, go ahead, Lando.
go on, Brago.
No, I was saying the reveal wasn't hype, like because you had to turn the page and they were there, and I think they were
Yeah.
there before you could read the
it
actual
was really
text
big.
on the other
Look at them.
page. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, it wasn't as hype.
Plus, I think the best way to maximize the hype is probably to give them individual.
Like
Introduction.
the rest of the commanders.
Yeah, I think it should have been individual, like
Yeah,
in different moments, being competent. I think that should have been the way it goes. If you look at Katakuri, the reason why Katakuri was so hype is because, well, we saw what he was doing. We saw the danger that he posed.
Well,
Overall scenario was so great.
well, the thing is, he had like a narrator essentially, right? Where
Yeah, plus
Capone
plus
was
going into the
narrating.
wedding, going to the wedding, needed 5 seconds, and this man can see the future. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
he just stuffed
I
that
mean,
out
a lot
immediately.
of the commanders have had pretty good reveals. I mean, like despite Cracker's
Cracker
original,
had a good
like,
reveal.
Biscuit Soldier design, he came in and
He had a
started
great
whooping ass,
reveal.
basically.
Because
So-
even he had like 2 great moments, right? Because
Yeah.
after showing up and like kind of casually beating Gear Second, I was like, yo, that's not doing anything to me,
Weak sauce.
right?
Then like conquer hockey the trees and stuff, you know.
And then after
Yeah,
that,
was in the anime.
when we saw his real body and he cuts like Gear Fourth, it was like, whoa,
Arm, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that was
I was
really,
like,
really
oh,
hype.
Cracker is
Yeah.
impressive, you know.
To be told, that fight was sequenced great. It just that the ending was
They
a bit
also
off.
it was off. Yeah, it
It was a good fight.
It started
was
off
a good-
really well. It started off
They
beautifully,
did.
but
It started off well, it just didn't have a
Yeah.
middle and end.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was so
yeah.
hyped for that fight. I was like, oh man, this is gonna
We
be a
didn't
good
follow.
one.
We didn't have this team to really
Yeah.
get by.
But nah, overall, I think it was a good chapter. We're on break this week, so I'm not sure if Oda stays with the Udon plot line,
I hope he does.
or I think he probably focused on the Big Mom thing, on what's going on there. We're probably gonna have
I
like
think the next chapter is basically just going to be like the fan service chapter with like the bath scene plus Kamarasaki and Toko
Oh
stuff.
my god! Please don't tell me that.
That's the feeling. I think
next
at least
chapter hits
half the
March
chapter,
March 10th.
like 6-7 pages is going to be that.
March 10th. So we got a ways to go before the next chapter.
That far, that feels so far away.
Yeah, because we're still in.
Indeed.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, to be honest.
Well, it's February.
Oh, that's the
No,
official
Oh, that's because
release.
it's February. That's why. It's because it's February.
It's February right now.
February is the-
But remember,
Well, that's the
remember,
official release. The
remember
actual
February
chapter
only.
doesn't come out.
Well, it only has 28 days. So yeah. So
yeah, the fish chapter is gonna come out about 4 or 5 days before or 3.
4 or 5 or 2
Is it 2?
it's 2
What time
days.
is that to come out on Friday? Or Saturday?
Sundays. Well, the official it comes out Friday mornings, and the official translation comes out Sundays. No,
Yeah.
Hasn't
Sunday.
Ninja Minutes been doing it on Thursday now?
no. Friday morning.
No spoilers.
Spoilers out.
Spoilers.
Or
Wednesday
Thursday.
nights. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, Wednesday nights, which is like
Thursday
Thursday
night.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, we get the chapter on Thursday. We're up Thursday night, like reading it. So it's like, even though it's
Okay.
technically Friday, we're up
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah,
night reading it.
basically, yeah.
But I mean, it comes out after.
Yeah, I know, but fucking, it's Thursday, late Thursday.
Sorry, free, we lost on semantics, mate.
It's after
No,
12
why
a.m.
do-
Like the chapter doesn't come out before 12 a.m. But Nah, I feel you.
Queen of Dick
You
Riders,
lost on
bro.
semantics, mate.
I know. Yo, we need to get Fuba's shirt for you lost in semantics.
Literally, I love that. That's
Oh
probably
my
one of my favorite
God.
parts of the year so far. That is so good.
You lost on semantics, mate.
It's the way it was said. It was perfect.
Theory is
Oh,
the king of
Jesus.
semantics. Shout out to Theory. I was hoping I could have
Theory.
had Theory in the theorist discussion on
What the hell has he
Saturday.
been doing, dude?
He just sits in the Discord all day
He's a
arguing
Discord
retards.
gatekeeper,
Like,
bro.
he used to be in all of the discussions. What the hell happened
He's a
to him?
Discord. Well, I know like life stuff as far as like just different shit in life, but I know.
I see him in the
That's not
Discord all the
he's
time.
on
There's no
Discord
fucking
all
way.
the time, bro.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, but I think he's it's kind of like a side thing, where it's like he's just in there like just talking, but he's not really focused on what's
Yeah, I
going
know,
on.
but he literally hasn't made a stream in like a year or maybe more.
It's been a really long time.
It has.
Like he hasn't even like asked about her. Or, like I didn't know if there's like he just didn't like fuck with us anymore or something like that. I don't know.
I think he just doesn't like Lando.
I had on Twitter. I had a discussion with him on Twitter, and I don't know.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm
Kinda-
joking. I'm joking.
Kind of pissed me off. No, way.
Wait, have you been in a stream with Theory?
No, I haven't. No, I don't think I have. No.
That's crazy.
Oh.
That shows out just how long it's been. But Theory is the
30
Discord gatekeeper.
That's true.
Huh?
Was the last stream Theory was in? Was that at Reverie?
I think so.
Probably.
Jesus Christ!
But
bro.
no, it's funny. I talked to Theory after that. We were supposed to record something, but we ended up just talking about shit. I was like, I'm not even gonna upload this. But Theory said that what's been happening in Discord, people are coming to him and saying, "Yo, it says I have to talk to you before I can get an invite to streams." And he's like, "What the fuck you talking about?" Like,
What's drunk in the Discord?
huh? Theory?
What's drunk in the Discord? Yeah.
Gorse.
Why am I? I'm not a Gurusei. Like, why am I a supernova? If I remember correctly.
Are you?
Yeah, I think I'm a supernova or something.
I don't know.
gotta
The most
get-
important part is that anyone who joins Brago's server sees a fucking big ass Donald Trump Avi like as the fucking main fucking person
Yeah.
in there.
Yanko first mate and this fucking Donald Trump. Yo,
What am I second mate, bro? The third mate or some shit. What am I supernova, bro?
Lando, you just
I
came.
don't-
Lando just
You
came
really
off
think
hiatus.
you deserve fucking second mate,
Lando,
dog?
I'm in BDA
I'm-
like way more than you.
I've been here for I've been here for a while, bro. Like I've been here for a while. I've been here for a while.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think that fucking belongs to like Master J or something at least? Fucking
yeah.
second mate.
The people that live and breathe the Discord.
Lando said, "Yo,
I've been in Discord for a while. But when
I didn't
I'll
even
give you
know
like
that.
fifth mate or something.
I didn't know what your
Yeah.
role is. What are you still Supernova?
He said, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. But I've been going there for a while.
I
but-
don't know. I mean, I don't even like do the ranks anymore because somehow Escaping Bound made it to Gorse. Because now we have more than five. We have more than 5 Gorse. So, which,
Pull up. I want a status if I pull up. I want people to be like, "Whoa, it's him."
it's funny every time
Yeah.
Froob's there. It's like, "Yo, holy shit, it's Froob."
Yeah, that's the type of shit that I want, bro.
When you pull up, yo, they want it.
No, the funniest part, even more funny than that, is that sometimes I go in there and people don't even know who I am.
Really?
It's like,
Really?
yeah, it's like, dog, you sit in this fucking PDA Discord all day and you don't even know who.
Nah, but there are definitely people in the Discord that don't even know my channel.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't even like
Are you
watch
serious?
your shit.
That was actually today. There was someone I was talking to in the general chat. It's like, I've never even watched one of Brago's videos before. I'm like, how the fuck did you get here?
We out here, we're marketing, dog. We're marketing. We everywhere. I remember, like,
Discord is a pretty great place, though. I won't lie.
the thing is, sometimes I'm scared to go there just because how long I can spend there when I go there. So I'm just like, all right, I only go there when I have like nothing to do, and I can just, because I know when I go in there, it's like sometimes the shit they say I want to defend or just oppose the shit they say. So I'm like,
Yeah, I
"All
don't
right,
know.
I'm gonna go in there."
Like, I've been there semi frequently. Like, I usually try to stop by maybe like once or like twice every like other day.
Yeah,
And I haven't had a bad experience yet, to be honest. It's been pretty fun.
it's a fun time. I think it gets crazy.
It really
when-
depends who's in there.
CG
I don't know.
'Cause
Like,
I go in there all the
if
time.
you
and it's
approach
completely
CGK and Master Chief, just leave.
well, the thing is, I had thought that I would have a bad time because I just get consistently hated on in the comments. But every time I go into the Discord, it's like, it's Dritz.
Nah, it's a lot of dope people in Discord. I say that. Like, it's a
Yeah.
lot. It's you go into some calls and it's just like, it's just a great time just talking One Piece, and they have a lot of questions. They're like, yo, y'all said this, y'all said this, y'all said this, but
Yo, what
It
up
can
to
be
that guy
fun.
called Karakura God Jr. again? Who's that dude?
That's
Toddy,
Toddy.
I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Toddy.
didn't he get banners or something? I think he.
Yeah, he was trying to get on Flampe.
Yo.
Oh shit! Oh, diaper sniper. Oh.
No. That's not that's not what happened to Toddy. I don't think that's the case. I think it was just him and the mods. It's not the pedophilia thing. That's not, that's just a rumor.
New Twitter rules because of him.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, they used to be funny though. I remember when he's watching, he used to call me like God Junior, Mama G didn't.
Nah, Toddy's fun. Like we had yeah,
as
Toddy's
hell.
fun. Yeah, but
We're men out here,
him and Ty, he got into it with everybody pretty much. But
bro. We need a compilation between Ty and Grim. Like we need that. I miss those moments, yo.
I think Ty is kind of out of the infamy business.
Yo,
I
Grim
think-
used to skydive.
Yeah, he's tired of getting made fun of, dude.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's just out of that, and we're just like, like I'd rather
like-
just not be a part of it than to be that guy anymore. Which I understand.
Well, at least he's smart now.
I mean, the thing is, it's like going into it or after every stream, the comment section would just be killing him, and it's it's
I still remember the first
Bro.
fucking experience that we've ever had with Lando, or at least my first ever experience was fucking Lando talking about how we're fucking like,
Yeah.
we need to apologize to Ty because we're using him.
yeah. He said we were using and abusing Ty.
And then Ty basically said, "Fuck you." That
Yeah,
was hilarious.
Ty, yeah. Ty's
defending
like,
the
fuck
guy.
you. Who are you?
I was defending
And you're
him.
like, "Ty, I'm trying to help." He's like, "Nah, ain't no help."
I don't need no help. I'm by myself.
Cole's Discord is actually cancerous, and not just like the meme cancer is for BDA.
It's really crazy.
I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is, I think because we discuss power scaling so frequently, we have a general idea, and we somewhat agree sometimes. I feel like in King of Lightning's Discord, it's just all over the fucking place. Like people come in and be like, "Yeah, definitely Zora is definitely beating Luffy. Luffy's not even." I'm like, "Wait, what?" And it's just a lot of people feel that way. So I'm
I'm kind of surprised how popularized that idea is. Cause I see even Tekken even agreeing to a certain degree. Like him
Yeah,
saying,
that was wild.
I think
That was
because
crazy.
I
Like,
think
I'm like,
when you don't see something, it's easy to just hypothesize and just go wherever you want with it. Like, all right, well, King is probably Admiral level, or King is probably, you can say that, right? Because there's nothing that's concrete. And then until we get that with Zoro, it's gonna be that. We're gonna continuously hear that. So I'm not surprised when people say that. Like, all right, whatever, go off, sis.
All right, whatever.
I'm still surprised because I'm just like, story comprehension thing.
yeah,
I just don't get it.
But like we talked,
It's just
about,
like 100% fanboy.
some people.
yeah,
don't
is.
Look at One Piece. One Piece power scaling isn't the same as other series, so it's
trust him, man. But I mean, that makes more avenue for more discussion because
Yeah.
this is Hunter would never be discussing putting a gong is stronger than a knuckles.
no,
or that.
like I said, when we
It
had
would be easy. It would be easy to just come to
the
conclusion.
tournament of power for One Piece was significantly longer than the tournament of power for Hunter x Hunter, and it's just like because
Yeah,
it's
and
just
the only main discussion was about Silver on UP.
Silver and Yuppie. Yeah,
That was the only close one.
and
that
people thought we
people
were
kind of-
nuts.
Because I mean, that's how they define the power system. It's like
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Maybe we were nuts trying to. I don't know. So I don't know. Anyway, appreciate you guys coming through. Matt fell asleep midway.
He did. Yo, Braga, real quick.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting fucking tired of LeBron, man. He keeps like literally. I don't know, dude. Because we were talking about this before about him being like a drama queen. He just keeps throwing his team under the fucking bus, bro.
So it's funny the clip of him talking about it. I remember they asked him a question, and he just went to, if you're still about distractions. It was just like, I feel like you understand how fragile the mentality of this team is. At this point, they need somewhat, not coddling, but they need just positive reinforcement, right? Like, oh, we did get these good things. Brandon Ingram is scoring more. Kuzma's doing this. That's what you need. Going into this negative, like, if you're still bothered by the part of the business, it's just like, LeBron, not right now.
Like literally, it's
Not
like,
right
and
now.
also the thing is like with like the shop, he's having like Anthony Davis on.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah,
like
and it's-
literally, that doesn't make
And
anything
it's
better.
airing in the
dude.
middle of the season. I would have been like, yo, let's hold off on that episode.
And then LeBron saying like, "Yeah, I'm in playoff mode," and it's just like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, dude, and play."
Yeah. I think this is one of those moments where like I don't want to hear anything. I just want to see it.
And like I love LeBron, but like it's just like I expect better from you. Like you're just making excuses right now.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on? Like, is he making the playoff or no?
No,
Right now they're
like the
they're
10th
currently
or
not.
11th seed or something like that.
And they said if they had beaten all the teams with worse records than them, or teams they should beat, they would be the 6th seed right now after LeBron came back. And yeah, I don't know.
And like, and the thing is, like, in the games, LeBron doesn't try until like they're down.
Yeah, it's
The first 3 quarters he doesn't do shit. In the fourth quarter, he tries to come back, and then they can't.
I think right now LeBron, I think he was somewhat defeated by the fact that it didn't get somebody better. I think coming into it, he's like, you know what, I can probably take him to the playoffs, make a good run. But I think he realized then just how bad the team is that Magic put together with Rondo and Lance Stevenson, and he brought in a bunch of people that like don't mesh with Michael Beasley. Just a bunch of random people. That's why when people say like LeBron is the one putting the team together, it's like LeBron would not have signed off on like all these people that can't shoot. He either went and got shooters. So I think initially when they came in, Magic was like, oh, I'm going to put this team together. And as far as the Anthony Davis thing, I'm sure they went to LeBron and was like, would you want that? It's like, hell yeah, I want Anthony Davis. But how they handled it was like just terrible. So I'm like you. I agree with you. I'm tired of it. Just LeBron, just be quiet because that's giving like LeBron haters so much ammo.
Did he say they were distracted or he was distracted or what?
He said that he's implying that they're still distracted by the fact that they almost got traded. He's saying like, get over it.
Oh, yeah. Basically, he's not caring about them as teammates.
Yeah, he's saying
and then the thing is, before he said this, like Lando, literally, this is like a game before he said that. He said, "I'm happy with my team."
Yeah. So it's just
that's what he said, and we know for a fact he's not. He's just bullshitting. The team knows it, and it shows, bro.
Yeah, he should.
And also, LeBron is like so. Oh my god, I swear I can't stand LeBron sometimes when he's on the court, dude. The things that he does, it's just.
I think I'm embarrassed sometimes defensively how he just.
He does the same thing every play, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't try.
He sits to the left of the bucket and just like leaves 3 guys open.
Yeah.
And the thing that pisses me off is like the other team, like sure, like these guys aren't that great at defense yet, but when they fuck up, LeBron like looks at him.
What
the fuck?
Yeah, what are you doing?
And, like, it was one time. Help.
And there's one time where he like his man would score. He look around like. I'm like, yo, that's your man, LeBron.
Yeah, like literally, like, this was like last game. Like, I keep watching. I'm like, dude, LeBron, bro, what the fuck is going on, dog?
I hope. I mean, the thing is, they still can make the playoffs, right? But they got.
Yeah, they can.
Together. They got to get it together, and it's going to be tough. And now, like, I know people are talking. It's funny. Before he got injured, he was top 2 as far as MVP, right? Before he got hurt,
and they were doing. I mean, they were the 4th seed. They were doing good.
Seed, and now it's like
everything went downhill. Just like LeBron went to emo mode. And LeBron's prone to like being like a drama queen. That's like his thing. But like, come on, this is not looking good for you.
I hope. I mean, hopefully they can make it.
And now LeBron's and after that's not looking good. LeBron's like, yeah, my legacy doesn't matter. My shit's done. I already did everything I could possibly do. Everything else is just icing on the cake.
Quiet. Yeah,
I'm like LeBron. Literally, like I don't know what his group is, but they must be stupid if they're like if he's talking about shit and they're like agreeing with it.
Yeah, because if I'm another player and you're like, oh, I've already done what I need to do, it's like, oh, then you're not like, really trying to win.
Going into the season, like all of the critics of LeBron were saying like he's just here for Hollywood and stuff, and everyone's like, no, LeBron's here to win.
Yeah.
And then what's he doing? He's got all of these shows. He's doing all of this shit, and it's like,
yeah,
you're just like
he's giving the haters things to talk about, which is
like you're not helping, bro.
Unfortunate. Hopefully they get it together because he can turn it around. He's good enough.
They can turn it around.
It's the same for soccer as well. If guys are just egotistical and just do their own thing.
Yeah. And the same with Kyrie too. I like Kyrie. I mean, he's kind of a bitch, but I like Kyrie. And like now, Kyrie's acting just like LeBron for no fucking.
You guys think about this tweet?
He is because Kyrie even came out. Did you see the tweet today?
Yeah, dude.
What the hell is this?
Wait, let me see this.
Hold up.
Did you think something?
Okay. What the? Yo, TikTok is so fucking cringy, dog. I swear to God.